Yo, what's going on, Miami Hurricane fans? What's going on? What's going on? All right, CJ, if you're watching, the link is in the chat, so you can come on in. How y'all day been, man? It's been a crazy day. It's been a lot of development in college football. It's a lot to talk about tonight. I'm waiting for CJ to get in, so he could join me on the screen, so we can talk about a lot of the things that's going on. Like Cynthia said already, chance of non-conference games. So with that, I mean, you got to look at it like Florida versus Florida State. That's a non-conference game. What are the chances that they're going to say, okay, we're not going to play that game? Yo, what up, boss? How you doing, man?
I'm all right, chilling. What you got going on?
All right, we've got a couple things to talk about tonight. It's a lot of development going on in college football, especially with conference games. Might not be any non-conference games. I heard the Big Ten already made an announcement that they're not playing any non-conference games. So basically, the Big Ten contains Michigan State. So Michigan State is no longer a part of Miami's schedule for the 2020. So if all conference, and from what I'm hearing too, the ACC also is going only conference games. So that would mean the rest of our non-conference games like Temple, UAB, Wagner, all kicked off. So we'll have 8 games this season, if this is correct, if it stands what it is right now.
Woo! Dang! Fire! Man, he on a fire already! Hey, look, he on
Can
fire
you
already.
can you imagine trying to give somebody a championship this season after only 8 games? You're gonna have a lot of teams that's undefeated.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a
clearly.
lot of undefeated teams.
Wow, that's amazing. That means we need to. So if whoever goes to the championship, next championship, do they get an asterisk by name?
Uh, it's tough to say if they even gonna have a season to begin with. Oh, yeah, that's speaking of Notre Dame. Notre Dame don't have a conference.
Yeah, they
So,
did.
I know they play Clemson this season. I know they play a couple ACC teams like they always do every season without actually being in the conference because they're a part of the conference in basketball, but not
Yeah.
football. So what does that mean for Notre Dame? Are they going to be able to join? Are they going to be forced to join the ACC, or is the ACC going to say no? We're not playing you. It's only conference. Are they going to force their hands? Because the ACC want Notre Dame to be a part of the ACC.
Yeah.
Are they
But
going to force their hand to be a part of the conference now, or are they going to be like, you know what, we're not playing you. Sorry, go find all the independent teams and go play them. And if Notre Dame were to do that, what kind of schedule would they have to be credible to be even looked at when it comes to a championship?
yo, this is really messed up for them right now. They better go ahead and join the conference. They
Yeah,
better
because I
join the
mean,
conference.
if you go only on conference, then how do you really claim a championship? How do you really give somebody a championship? Because you're gonna have the SEC play out, and then they're gonna have maybe 2 or 3 teams, 4 teams. Who knows how it play out? Where they could have some of those teams being undefeated. Who do you put in those conference championships? Then on top of that, who do you pick to play each other in the playoffs if they have any playoffs or anything like that? It's gonna be a chaos this season, man. Chaos.
But why they saying they don't want to do no non-conference though? Because of the whole Corona
Okay,
thing.
so from what I'm hearing, the Big Ten is saying that they can manage the teams in their conference on how they test players and all the protocols. They'll follow the protocols as a conference, but they're not sure what like the SEC or the ACC or Pac-12 and all of them what they're gonna do. but they know their protocol and they know the teams in the conference will follow those protocols, but they're not sure about the other conferences. So as a whole in college football, it'll be different because you might have teams in the ACC that say, okay, we're going to test the kids every Friday and Saturday they play. But in the Big Ten, they might say, hey, we want to test them Friday, Sunday, and so forth and so forth. So it's basically an agreement thing.
Well, I think they just need to go ahead, NCAA, since they want to have all these rules. I think they should just go ahead and step in and make the regulation rules and protocol policies, everything the same for every team. So we won't have to do none of this extra stuff. That's just stupid. Like, just do the same policy for everybody. Test them every day of the week, every team. So we ain't, because if they do something like that, like you said, Notre Dame out of luck. They be dead out of luck because they ain't in no coverage.
Yeah, they don't have no conference.
So that mean their schedule gonna be zero. Nobody playing them. So that's not. I mean, I really don't care if they don't go to the playoffs. To be honest with you, I never liked Notre Dame, but at the end of the day, it's not fair to them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't have the opportunity to go to the playoffs or if there is a national championship. That's not fair to them. That's just stupid.
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking, Stacy. Like, seeing that we only have 8 games, I mean, that's tough. I mean, we going from 12 to 8. Miami, if that's the case, Miami would start the season October. I think it's October 3rd.
Yeah.
So we'll start at Pitt instead of the little non-conference 4 that we had to begin with. So we'll start our season way in October. Now, as far as just playing 8 games, that'll be tough. I mean, there's teams on the other side, on the Atlantic side, that I think maybe if they want to bump it up to say maybe 10 games or maybe even go to 12 and just add those other teams on the other side of the ACC to our schedule. Because I mean, you got to look at it. You got to look at it like we got Clemson, we got Louisville, we got Boston College, North Carolina State, and all those other teams. We could easily just add them to the schedule and go 12 games if they want to do it that way. If it's only conference only, they can still play 12 games. Or if they want to go 10, they could easily add other teams from the same conference onto your schedule. Throw Clemson on there.
Hey, but Lulu Wolf make a good point to me, but I think, like, he said it should be just play or a 10 game at your own risk. I think I read something about, I think NFL is having fans sign a waiver to attend the games or something like that at your own risk. I feel like they should do that for college too. Might as well let them sign a waiver. Just let them sign a waiver.
I mean, I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, I don't either.
You're gonna look at it though, it's gonna be a lot of half full stadiums and stuff like that. But I mean, it would be better than having an empty stadium or nobody in the stadium at all. Because I mean, that's gonna be tough to even call it a home game when there's nobody there.
Just like practice.
I mean,
just like practice.
Like for me this season, I held off on buying season tickets because I know it might not be a season. And then I know there's a risk factor that if I buy these, I might not get my money back. So I decided to stay away from buying the season tickets, but I did buy tickets to the Florida State game. And on that ticket, I put an insurance on my money. So I paid like $190 for the ticket, and then I put $11 insurance on the ticket. So if it comes down to it and they don't play the game or they don't let fans in the stadium, I will be guaranteed to get my money back.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of messy situations when it comes to those season tickets. Right now, we have no clue on how that money is going to be refunded or anything like that, or if it will be refunded at all.
They're going to need every bit of that money, too, if it ain't going to be no season. So it might not be refunded.
I seen something floating around on the Miami Hurricanes football Facebook channel. There's a question, like, if they were to play all the games with no fans in the stand, but play all the games on TV on pay-per-view,
Oh hell no!
Would you pay $20 to watch the
Fuck
game?
no! Fuck no! I'm sorry. No, hell no. No. We already paying K. I'm already paying ESPN for their damn shit already with the package. So why am I gonna pay per-view? That's just dumb. That's not no. That's just a regular game.
That's what they were saying. It was like, pay the $20 to watch the game to help support the school or whatever, this and that. And I was reading through the comments, and a lot of people were saying they would, and then there's a lot of people that saying, hell no, I already paid for cable, I already paid for this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay an extra $20 for something I can already watch anyways. And it was supposed to be on TV regardless. So I mean, even Nick in the comments say no.
Yeah, because I mean, like everybody that pay for cable, even if you do buy stream or whatever that you do, like at the end of the day, you still spending money on Wi-Fi. You still spending money on the networks or whatnot, like HC network. Like some parts of you got to pay for. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes don't stream on TV, so you got to stream it on your laptop or your phone or something like that. That's extra gigabytes. That's extra money for your Wi-Fi. I mean, at the end of the day, you still already paid enough money. So why you gonna pay even more money for pay-per-view? That don't even make no sense.
Yeah. What I'm hearing too is that all the Olympic, events that Miami would normally have, like volleyball and track and field and all that stuff, everything has been pushed back till September 1st. So no events or nothing's going on until September 1st. And, until they find out, more what's going on, they're pushing it to September 1st, and it might not happen at all. So right now, everything is in that hope. It's all in hope right now.
The only sport I can actually say that I feel like shouldn't get the coronavirus is golf or tennis. I'm just be honest, like okay, like for instance, like tennis, right? If it's you playing singles, you ain't playing doubles, you just playing singles. The only thing you got to worry about is the umpire. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're playing the professional tennis, the only thing you got to worry about is the ball boys and the umpire and the people that work the background. That's it. Other than that go for tennis. Now, if you go golf, that you can do 6 feet all day if you're a professional golfer or college golfer. You ain't gotta be next to each other. Now the fans, that's a different thing. But as far as the actual golfers, they don't be that close like that. They be in their own little golf carts or whatever. They can still run golf and tennis, at least, if they feel that way.
Okay, so they saying say Alabama play Alabama State, they could give Alabama coronavirus. All right,
Hey,
so I mean, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like Florida versus Florida State. I mean, I know we're doing a conference only, but is that a game that they would consider, going out of conference to play? Because there's a lot of teams that, if you look at the dynamics of college football as a conference, you'll know that the ACC, you could go all the way up to Boston College and come all the way down to Miami. That's a lot of distance. That's a lot of distance to travel. Where some of the non-conference games that we do play is closer. So we going out basically is just based on conference practices. What they're gonna do as a protocol to this virus and trying not to spread it or testing players and trying to keep people safe. So you look at a team like Temple and all of them, some of them right next to each other. Some of those schools are actually closer than the teams in our conference. It's going to be a tough season, man, if there's a season, to be honest.
It really racks my brain up about this coronavirus and how the schedule's going and all this stuff. Like either we're gonna play football or we not. All this extra stuff, the separation, the conference, and all this stuff. You might as well just shut the season down. That's just how I see it.
Well, with the whole conference situation, when one team when you have schedules built so far ahead of time that you have conferences playing conferences, then it's like, okay, schedules are set. You got ACC teams playing SEC teams and stuff like that. Like if this was next season, we would have to cancel the game against Alabama, stuff like that. So you got to look at it like, 2020, 2021 schedule is already made. 2023 and all of them is already in the process of being made already.
Yep.
So when stuff like this come up and happen out of nowhere, it's like, okay, if we go just conference now, we got to kill all those games that was scheduled maybe 2-3 years ago. So now you got all these big games, all these hype that people was waiting on and people building on. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be cut. It's gonna be a lot of games people waiting to see. Notre Dame versus Clemson. A lot of people are waiting to see that one.
Either we gonna run it or we ain't gonna run it. That's how I just see it. It ain't no point in doing all the extra stuff. Just run it. If we gonna run it.
Chop it up with them real quick. I'll be right back.
Right. FCS teams could give FBS teams COVID-19. Aiden and Chris said that. Yeah, that's a possibility they could because of the financials is different. They can't test as many players as a top college, of course. That's very true. But at the end of the day, these guys want to play. If they want to play, let them play. Lolo Wood, go Seminoles. I hope they change y'all name. I really hope they change Florida State Stadium and that dude ride the cowboy or the ride the horse. I hope they change those two things for Florida State. What up, Nick 305? Bartholomew Bob the Barner EIO said Pinecone looks flashy in those glasses. Oh, I gotta tell him when he get back. I don't think he read that one. Lola Wolf said, what if they play in the spring? That'll be strange. Well, at this point in time, it wouldn't be too surprising because the swinger thing with the coronavirus situation, because we might well make a channel for coronavirus sports. Call it coronavirus sports. As long as the coronavirus around, a lot of things are going to probably have to shift and adjust by itself. They already talking about crazy stuff with this conference crap and whatnot. So at the end of the day, ain't no telling what is gonna be changed. We playing in spring, winter. Y'all just be ready for whatever they try to throw at as far as spending more money to watch what we normally watch when we are gonna pay for. Just watch that. Watch what I tell you. Everything gonna be on pay-per-view, and I ain't watching it. I'm gonna stream it for free. I'm just telling you. Don't call the FBI because But anyway, Everlasting Chaos, what's up with you? T2y stepped away from the camera for a moment. He'll be back. But yeah, y'all just look how things are going. It's more of the coronavirus season than it is college football or any other season. They talking about it for sport, basketball, everything. Everything will be switched around. Everybody trying to get quarantined and stuff like that. I think they just should sign a waiver. Everybody just sign a waiver and say if you want to play or not play. Give them an option. Give them a choice. Don't just sit there and make it about, well, we're going to do this amount of time. That's too much. Either you're going to let them play, let them choose to play or not to play. Other than that, y'all sit there and be like, all right. Yeah, I believe Lola. I really believe it is kind of a sham, man, because it's something like coronavirus been out. Y'all know coronavirus has been out for years, like ever since the 80s, ever since the flu came out, right? So if it's been out that long, then at the end of the day, everybody got coronavirus. Because if you look on your Lysol, go look at your Lysol can, right? And it says coronavirus. Now, if you had an old Lysol can, it still say coronavirus on it. Because coronavirus has been out for the longest. Now, what's taking people out is that flu. And then they sit there and they always saying something about, they'll t2y. Hey, what's called said, what his name? What he is? Bartholomew Bob the Barner, EIO. He said Pinecone looks flashy in those glasses.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen him earlier. Oh man, what's going on, Chaos? What up, what up, Melissa? How you doing? Jay Play in the building.
Yo, Miami boy. Miami boy said I'm not paying extra damn cable company already taxed.
That's another thing too. A lot of people don't even pay for the cable as it is already. So in order to go out and get all these pay-per-views and stuff, you have to have a cable provider. And a lot of people don't really mess with cable as it is. I don't mess with cable. I have internet and I have my streaming services, and I have a Fire Stick where I watch TV for free as it is already. So I'm not paying anything extra to watch anything.
Yeah, but you still got to pay for that Wi-Fi.
But I mean, if it came down to it, if it came down to it, and I have to pay extra to watch the game, if the game is on, I'm gonna just suck it up and pay it because I'm gonna want to see it.
I'm
You know how it is.
gonna just go on Coop page and go stream it.
Yeah, that's another thing too. That's the perfect spot to go to watch any Miami Hurricanes football game.
Yeah.
That's the perfect place to go. Coach Coop channel. Coach Coop always had the links. He always had 3, 4, 5 of them. So if one of them don't work, the other 3 will.
What's up, Russell Harrison? What's up, 863?
Orange Green blood in the building. What up, Orange Green? What's going on? What's going on, Russell? How you doing? Melissa said YouTube TV has the best sports channels. See, it's plenty of options.
Yeah,
plenty of options. Nowadays you don't need cable. You don't need any Pacific cable providers or anything like that.
You think if they only have the conference game in addition to possibly playing another day? You know what? I didn't think about that though.
That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm like, if we only gonna have conference games, then we could still probably play 12. Just add the other side of the Atlantic.
But I wouldn't want to play Clemson though.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to pick playing Clemson the first game, but I mean after we play our 8 conference, then maybe throw Clemson in there to number 9. Because if we do go up against Clemson and we lose, we'll still have 3 more games to make up and see where we went wrong and adjust till the ACC championship.
No, I think if we're gonna put 14 or if we put 14, now we gotta pick 14. I'm picking. We already got Florida State on there. Oh shit, that is the rest of the damn. No, I pick NC State. Right.
All right. So this year we already got Florida State and Wake Forest.
Yeah, that's 2.
So after them 2, we still got what? We still got to add four more of them to it.
Okay.
I'm not running away from Clemson, man. if we have our first 8 conference games, the 9th one on that list for me would be Clemson. Because if we go up against them and we lose, we still got 3 more conference games, 3 more games to play to get to the ACC championship to recruit and go back up against them again. Because I do believe they would be in the ACC championship.
But look, this is what I'm saying though. Check this out, right? So I'm not saying we running from them if I don't put them on the regular schedule. But what I'm saying is that why not say the best for last in the championship, conference championship game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, you're going to have to look at the whole college football as it is. Because we saying save the best for last, but right now, all the critics aren't saying that we're the best to play in the ACC championship. They giving that nod to North Carolina. We've been seeing it all season. They've been saying North Carolina is going to win the Coastal. Right now, they are predicting us to land at number 3 in the Coastal. They're putting North Carolina and Virginia Tech over us. But playing a team like Clemson in the 9th game or whatever, if we lose that game, then we got 3 more games to play to recruit and see what we went wrong on that one. And if we meet them again in the ACC championship, it'll be a rematch. But to run away from them and not play them at all,
I would say run. I'm not gonna say run away from them. I say, like I said, say the best for last. Because the reason why if we lose to them in the regular season, right, they already don't show us no love. Okay, they don't show us no love. So if we lose one game and then we play them in the ACC championship and say we win, we're not going in the playoffs.
Oh, we would definitely go in the playoffs.
They already don't call our conference weak.
They say in our conference weak, but at the end of the day, when you have Miami win. Let's say we win the ACC. Miami win the ACC. Let's throw something out there. Alabama wins the SEC. You know, the Pac-12 and all of them. You got like, 5 conferences. You're gonna get a national. You're gonna get You're gonna get Miami in the playoffs. You're gonna get them in the playoffs because I mean the Pac-10 and the Pac-12 and the Big Ten and all of them. I'm pretty sure we being an ACC championship team over like a Clemson, who's been in the national championship for almost the past 5 years or so. They would give us the nod over one of those other guys. So we would be in that conference in the playoffs if it's a 4 playoff system.
You really think so?
I really think so.
And you tell me if we take a 1 loss against Clemson in the regular
for
season,
a Clemson team,
Okay, I'm trying to get it right. So if we lose in the regular season to Clemson, go to the ACC championship, and then win against Clemson, and as a Big Ten or a Pac-12 team that's undefeated, and then you got an SEC team that only lost 1 game, and then one that's undefeated, we'll get in.
Now, what I'm telling you is a SEC team that wins the conference is going to get in. They're going to get in. If Ohio State win their conference, they're getting in. And they're going to put the ACC championship team in there. I mean, who else are you going to put in there? Who else are you going to pick over us as the Power 5 conference? Who else are you going to pick over us? They haven't picked against the ACC for the past, 5 years? We have representation in the conference.
Yeah, because Clemson has been the proven champion.
Yeah, but any team, Florida State went to the playoffs. Basically, what I'm saying is if you win the ACC championship with a good record, maybe a 1 loss, you could still make the playoffs.
Okay. So, all right, you said Florida State went to the playoff, right? Well, did they have playoff then?
Yeah, after 2014 is when the playoffs start. Ohio State won the first playoff championship.
Right, but Florida State won national championship win the year before that, right?
Yeah, they won, but it wasn't in the playoff system. They won in the BCS.
Yeah.
2013 was the last BCS championship.
And so when they won the year before, they went to the playoff the following year, right?
The following year, they won the ACC and went to the playoffs.
Okay, so most time, if you have been proven champion, they're mostly gonna put you in the playoffs if you prove it.
No, what I'm saying is, you don't have to be no proven champ. You just have to win out your conference with a good record. So if Miami were to go in there 11-1 with a conference win over Clemson, we would make the championship. We would make the playoffs. I'm sorry, the playoffs. We would make the playoffs
with a 1 loss.
With a 1 loss.
Okay.
We would make it, and especially if put it like this, playing only conference. Let's say when we do meet Florida State, they're undefeated, which is possible. Yeah. We're undefeated. We beat them. They're gonna be ranked, so we'll beat them. If North Carolina is as good as they say they are, and we beat them while they're ranked, or Virginia Tech is as good as they say they are, and we beat them ranked, we have no problem making the playoffs with a 1 loss to a Clemson that's probably going to be ranked number 1 in the country.
I still think they're going to be falling off, though. I still have Clemson going to be fun. That's
what I'm saying. Catch them while they hot. Catch them after the first 8 conference game. Make them be number 9. Catch them while they still hot. Because I'm guarantee you, after 8 games, they probably still will be undefeated. And if we were to let's say get a win, oh man,
I'm gonna put it like this to you. I don't think Clemson is gonna be undefeated this season. I really don't. I don't think Clemson's gonna be undefeated. I think they're gonna lose 1 or 2 games.
I can't say, man. It's tough to say, but I mean they got the pieces to do it. So
I mean, what have you been shown that they got the pieces for this season?
They got the quarterback. They got receivers. They got defensive players. They good. They could make with what they got.
Okay, you say they got the quarterback, right? Trevor Lawrence. Okay, so
He's proven.
prove what? He lost in the championship.
That's
had
against. But that you got to look at who he lost against. An LSU team that basically has never been seen before on offense.
Okay, well, explain me how he get picked out by Georgia Tech 3 times in the first quarter.
Hey, you have games like that. You know, none of them quarterbacks ain't perfect. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was damn near perfect, but he barely got a win against Florida.
Okay, I call out another game to you. When Clemson played North Carolina, only
That's
one
what I'm saying.
point.
Most of those games, you're gonna have some games like that. Most of the times, it's either your conference, it's either your rivalry games where it'd be like, you know, you're blowing out everybody else, but all of a sudden this game close and you almost lost, stuff like that. And then you will have those hiccup games, but they got over it. They got over North Carolina. They almost lost, yeah, but they got over it. You're gonna have those games on your schedule where, I mean, if you go back to the 2001 Miami Hurricane Championship team, we was knocking teams off, but we barely escaped with a win on Virginia Tech.
I mean, we ain't talking about us. We hey, we ain't talking about us. Listen, we ain't won on that championship recently. All right, but we won in 2001. But what I'm saying to you is, you could tell that Clemson's defense is a lot slower than the times they don't went to the national championships before. The defense is number one. Okay, the defense number one thing I seen they was falling off from. Now the offense, he ain't got no star wide receivers, and didn't they just lose a wide receiver not too long ago? He's supposedly sick or something like that, injured. A star wide receiver. I forgot what his name is. Number 9. I forgot his name is. They lost him, and then after that, you got the Devil Sweeney, Martin Luther King. I saw that thing you posted on YouTube. When he said Martin Luther King, somebody it was going to interracial church is a dream, and this is you got a slave owner running your team, and it's not gonna get no better. I think you lost your team. I mean,
and hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Clemson still got a solid football team if you look at their team for what it is.
I mean, numbers don't lie. So yeah, I mean, off of paper, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be that team that can't be beat like before with like Deshaun Watson or you know. I don't think they're gonna be on that level. I think they can be beat.
If you look at Clemson year in and year out, they're getting the recruits. They're getting these top 5, top star players, and they producing. So, I mean, you got players from last cycle and players from the cycle before that's going to step up this season too. So, I mean, you got to look at them for what they really. You got to give them the credit. They are stacked. Somebody just got to knock them off and get some constant wins against them to change some of these recruits' minds. I mean, in the state of Florida, a lot of our top players, they're not going to leave now because next season they got a chance of being paid here in Florida. There's going to be some money. As you can see, half of the guys now, Miami is in their top 5. Half of the guys, some of the guys has narrowed it down to top 2s, and Miami's in the top 2. Money is in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Clemson is stacked, but the odds are in the future for Miami, Florida State, Florida, if you want to look at, recruit wise. But right now, Clemson is still stacked.
I mean, they can be stacked all day, but I don't see the speed like I've seen before on defense and that offense. As far as wide receivers, it's only like a couple of them that might be good left. Other than that offense is gonna struggle. I don't care what nobody say. Trevor Lawrence ain't all that. That's just me.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence hater either. I see for what it is, man. The kid can play ball. The kid can make do with the situations that he's put in. I seen him play against Ohio State. I seen, when it was looking kind of rough, I seen him drag them out the mud. So I know the kid can play.
Oh, they say he can't play, but I don't think he like everybody like he's just the top notch everything. Like he's not all that perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
Nobody perfect. He can be beat at the end of the day. Like, he's shown his weaknesses, his flaws.
I seen a comment earlier that said if Trevor Lawrence were to get hurt, Clemson would fall. There it is, orange and green blood. I seen that. I'm like, but a lot of people gonna say that against Miami too, because I've been seeing it floating around all around YouTube and Facebook and everything that if Derrick King were to go down or lose an injury, that we'd fall off. But now, as Miami fans, we're gonna say, yeah, we got N'Kosi Perry, we got we got backup quarterbacks and stuff. But the rest of the country gonna look at us all like, oh, Derrick King is their savior. That's how it goes. So I mean, if you want to look at Clemson, Trevor Lawrence is their savior.
That's about it. I ain't seen no back. I don't know who their backup is.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the hype has been so stacked on Trevor Lawrence that I don't even. If you ask somebody how many quarterbacks do they even have as backup, they probably couldn't tell you.
I don't know they had any.
I don't know nobody but Trevor Lawrence, because that's all they talk about.
Yeah, but that's a lot of pressure on that man too, man. That's a lot of pressure.
Also, I've been hearing too that if they let's say they push the season back a little bit. If it the NFL already said they're not moving their draft. So when it comes time for the draft, if they push the season back so far to where you're not qualified for the draft, the NFL is like, oh, you're not getting drafted. The draft will go on with or without you. So now a lot of players gonna have the decision to make. Well, if I play and it goes into the draft where I'm not qualified to get drafted, should I sit out or should I play? So you're gonna have players like Trevor Lawrence that say, "Hey, if I play, I might not be eligible to get drafted this season. Should I actually play for Clemson, or should I just sit out and just go ahead and get drafted in April?" It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's chaos, man. Chaos.
It's Corona Ross. It's Corona Ross. Hey, look. Hey, Cynthia, what's the Cjcanes87 Chiefs?
Oh, you talking about Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah. Hey, Lola Wolf said FSU is under the curse of the white Tonto. I definitely agree with that. Get a real Indian on that horse. Please get a real Indian on that horse. Give him a scholarship if you want to get that horse. I don't care what you say. Give him an Indian.
Speaking of FSU, I was having a conversation with Parental last Friday.
Oh, orange blood.
I think it was Sunday. And we was talking about the most hated team in America. And I was telling this guy that it's definitely Miami. Miami is America's team. Yeah. And today, 247 Sports put out an article, the 11 most hated college football teams. So I got the article. I'm gonna bring that up to y'all. I'm not gonna read it or anything because it's very lengthy. But I got the article.
Hey,
I'm gonna bring it up.
Hey, orange and green blood, you ain't funny. You ain't funny at all. She just said we always have Tate the Great. Don't you get me started on those sorry Tate Martell. Wide receiver Tate Martell.
Oh man.
We use him at wide receiver. That's all we need him for, a wide receiver. I put him on special team. Return the ball. I would not put him at quarterback. Not a day in the life. I would not. I'll strip that scholarship. What start? Well, ain't no way to worry you. Don't get me started about no Tate Martell.
What you told him? What you just told him?
Huh?
What you just told him?
Man, I put that boy everywhere but quarterback. I'll probably strip his scholarship and put on punt return.
I think you just told him. Oh man. Yo, that's crazy. Tate Martell.
TJ said we always have Tate the Great. You funny. You funny. He know what you said last time. But
let me run through this list real quick. This basically the list is a top 11 hated college football team. Number one on there is Michigan.
Why?
Well, number 11. I'm sorry, they're going down from 11 to Michigan.
I don't even watch Michigan game. They're so boring.
Number 10 is Alabama. You know why you know why they hate Alabama.
Oh no, they should be number 2.
Then you got UCF on there.
Oh.
Apparently UCF is hated because UCF in 2017 they was the self-proclaimed national champions.
What? I
mean, at the end of the day, I don't blame them because they did went 2 seasons undefeated with no reward.
Man, you get that off of there. What's going on in the world today?
You got number 8 is Oklahoma. You got number 7 at Ohio State, and of course you can see in the picture what they have right there.
Yeah, when they cheated us.
Ohio State, Miami, the pass interference call. The whole country was hating on them because they know we were supposed to win that championship. Game was over right there, and not only that, they had what's his name, Maurice Claret, big trash talker. Eventually got dismissed from the university. Talked too much
and got locked up. Don't forget that part.
And you got Notre Dame at number 6, Florida at number 5.
What?
You got Steve Spurrier with his little Florida. I think he wore that hat every game. Then you got Auburn at number 4.
Huh?
I guess they hated on Cam Newton.
What did he put?
It's kind of like the Jameis Winston situation, where he was at Florida, got caught in some petty theft. Went over to Auburn, became a Heisman Trophy winner and a national championship.
Man, come on.
The whole country was hating on him. It is what it is. And you got number 3 on the list is Florida State. The whole Jameis Winston, the crab leg situation, all his cases and all that stuff. Number 2 on the list, USC.
They ain't even relevant no more.
I mean, they had it going on back then. Matt Lyon, Reggie Bush. Man, every week, I swear to God, every week I would tune in to ESPN, hoping they get knocked off. Come to find out they beat a team by 50 or something.
Yeah.
Then they eventually lost to Texas in the championship, and of course, number 1 on the list.
I know it. We better be hated.
It's the University of Miami, the birth of swag.
We better
be
already hated. Know. Hey, we the reason why they created Unsportsmanlike. We better be hated, number 1.
Man, like they said, Johnson went 52-9 for the national championship. They kept hating. They hate us, man. They still hate us till today. That's why even at our worst, most of these teams still hate Miami. If they get a win over us, it's like they won a national championship.
Yeah, but you know what? People say we irrelevant, but how? We the number 1 hated team in college football. How we irrelevant? Come on. Come on.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do. What up, Cjcanes87? What up, man?
Stop, I say.
Hey, Cjcanes87, man, you a funny dude, bro. I watch your Instagram stories, man. You a funny dude, man. Let me see.
I ain't lying, John Kennedy. We are the reason. If you go look up for 30 for 30 on the You documentary, they invented unsportsmanlike conduct. And if you dance and celebrate, gyrate, anything, it was because we did all that. It was motivated and influenced by us. Go look it up. It's on the 30 for 30.
Yo, Cjcanes87 came with a $10 donation. He said, "Let them hate. They're gonna hate. They're gonna hate till the wheel fall off or whatever wagon they in, man. They always gonna hate." But, Cynthia say 8-0 or 12-0. Good. Go Canes. Yeah, but like I said, they hate on Miami. I mean, I try to tell Turn Talent, man. I understand what y'all got going on in Florida State, but y'all is not as hated as us. We own the 80s. when football was when there was nothing else to do but watch football or go to a football game, we was prime time.
Yep.
We was on and in your face. We was telling your team straight up, we gonna beat your ass. That's what we was telling teams from left to right, and that's what we was doing in the 80s. We was beating teams from left to right.
And we were dancing and talking shit while we were doing it.
Like I said, in sports, it's always the major sports always have that team that is America's team that people just love and hate at the same time. Miami is one of those teams. The Lakers is America's team. Dallas Cowboys is America's team.
Yep.
You know, at the end of the day, you either love them or you hate them. The Yankees is America's team.
Hold on, wait. What you said, Melissa, mate? I wouldn't brag about being all trashy with all that unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, I'd rather be trashy with unsportsmanlike conduct than putting people to sleep winning that championship. Y'all boring every time y'all win. Sleep.
I mean, we all can't be like Tim Tebow and you know, go score a touchdown and then have a whole church service in the end zone. We all ain't gonna be that. I mean, if Miami gonna have a church service in the end zone, we're gonna start passing out collection plates or something like that.
Passing out the little wine juices, the little juices around stuff.
Oh man, like they say, man, Miami created swagger. Miami was that team. That's why a lot of these teams now, even though we're centuries away from what that is, you know, if they come and beat Miami, oh my God, we just won the national championship. Oh.
Thank you, Orange and Green Blood. I know. I thought I tell the right thing. All the videos about us, we created unsportsmanlike. Yes, I'm bragging about it because every team saw us do it. They know it was us whooping y'all ass and dancing on the end of the zone. And we knocked your ass out on the kickoff. You know it was us. You were scared of us.
You see, we always are the creators, man.
Yeah.
Look how phenomenal the turnover chain has been. Miami brought out the turnover chain, and every college team and their mamas decide they want something to be turned over to. I mean, look at Tallahassee with the turnover purse. You got other teams. Every other team wanted something to do with it, but none of them will ever match what Miami did. None of them.
Ain't nothing like that.
They don't get nothing. They don't get the attention that we do. When it comes to turnovers right now, the only thing in America that's relevant is that Miami Hurricane turnover chain.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. I got to interrupt you right quick because Melissa just said something that AR-10 be saying too. So when the last time we won a conference championship, right? Now, let me state this, and I'm going to state this for the last time. How weak was your fucking SEC conference championship when y'all won them national championships? Okay, the only people that y'all competed with them times y'all won the national championship was Georgia, and Georgia kept choking because Mark Richt kept choking. So don't sit there and talk no goddamn conference championship because that don't mean nothing to me. Our championship will be remembered. It's documented. When is y'all last 30 for 30? Y'all ain't even talked about with y'all national championship. Y'all got a lot of championships, but y'all irrelevant as hell. Y'all boring. Alabama is boring. When they talk, when did they have a 30 for 30? Y'all ain't got a 30 for 30. Just like Georgia, they ain't even got a 30 for 30.
Georgia should get Georgia should get a 40 for 40.
What? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all SC people. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all so happy about some goddamn conference championship. Go back and look all through the year. When Nick Saban first got them, the first he wasn't good at all. Georgia was whooping y'all ass. But then after y'all got on top, because guess what? Mark Richt couldn't get over that hump. Okay, that was the only SC team at that time that could compete with y'all a little bit other than Auburn. I watch y'all conference. Don't play with me. Because y'all weak. Until Cam Newton got there, until Tebow got there, y'all was weak as shit. So you can have your little conference.
Let me say this about the SEC. The SEC every year they always talk we're the greatest conference of all. Y'all are just like every other conference. Y'all have maybe 3 to 4 teams on in the conference that does great, and the rest of them are slackers. That's it. It's just like the ACC. You got Florida State, Clemson on the Atlantic side, and then you got Miami and maybe Virginia Tech on the other side. That's it. So you got 4 good teams, and then when you go to the other conferences, like what? What do you got? Ohio State and Michigan. That's it. So I mean, every conference has a couple, good teams, and then there's the rest of it's just whatever.
I just don't. I get that. I'm not. And Melissa, I ain't even mad at you. Nothing. I'm just saying, y'all. It's just every time I come up to like a Georgia fan call to my car, Alabama, Tennessee, anybody they see the U, they hate it, and they got to say something about it. I just be like that. Y'all bragging about conference championships when the NC was weak. Like, how you look conference championship? That's like state championship conference. I don't care about that. We got 5 national championships. And then guess what? We got a whole bunch of documentaries about us. We got a whole bunch of Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Famers Alabama got in them? How many Hall of Famers y'all got in the NFL? I could have sworn we had the most players drafted in like, I mean, come on, we killing y'all when it comes to the major stuff. Y'all got you got your little national championship, but we taking over broadcasting, Hall of Fame. We got TV people focusing on movie, TV shows. The Rock, we got everybody. What Alabama got? What y'all got other than some championship? We doing everything. We taking over everything. We in the military. We in international. We everywhere. We hate it everywhere. We everywhere. Alabama got y'all little championship. Keep y'all little championship.
They say Coach Satan is alive. They say when he was a Dolphin coach, he was on TV and said he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Studio in Alabama.
Right. And that's the thing about it. I went down there when Nick Saban first got there down there to the Dolphins. I went to their off-season training camp. Then when they had got Dante Culpepper just flew in, and I went down to was it Nova University? I think it's Nova University. They practiced there. I went down there. Nick Saban looked so out of tune. He didn't even look like he belonged there. He know he wasn't an NFL coach.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I just get tired of hearing about this conference championship crap. Okay, I get tired of hearing about it. Y'all good for y'all. Golly. Chalk it up. I don't care about the AC championship. As long as we get natties, that's all I care about. I don't want I don't want a participation trophy. I want the main trophy.
Amen. Oh man.
Man, I just got like Michael Irvin right there.
You know how it be though, man. It's always this conference championship thing.
Yeah. I'm like, dude,
Miami ain't win no ACC. It's coming. Be patient. Be patient. It's coming.
I just don't care about that. I mean, it's not a big thing to me because once you win the conference championship, good, you get a ring. That's just like a participation trophy, bro. Like, I don't want that. Like, at the end of the day, that don't mean shit to me. Give me the big boy. Give me the big toy. Give me the big gun. Don't give me the little baby pow Harlem Nights thing. Give me the big Tommy gun. You know what I'm saying? You can keep the little pistol. I want the big thing.
You know what? I don't hate on Alabama for one reason. When Alabama started winning all these championships, as of lately, Miami wasn't on that competing level. So it's not like we was going up against them losing, championships or whatever. So I really don't pay that much attention to Alabama. It's just like Georgia. As of last season, I never paid attention to Georgia. Never. Because we don't play Georgia. Last time we played Georgia was 1966. So I really don't pay attention to them. But it's like, when you do this YouTube thing and you go around and you see so many other fan bases talking about Miami and stuff, and I'm like, what? What? We don't play y'all. I get it though. I get it. That's where the hate come in at. They love us, but they hate us so much at the same time. They want the swag that Miami got, but just in the fashion of their own team.
Oh
man, it can only be one Miami. I'm sorry.
Hey, and Melissa, I know you just talking shit, me too. But at the same time, I like talking fact too. So hey, but at the end of the day, y'all still ain't got a lot of Hall of Fame and y'all running back. Every time y'all produce a running back, it don't last that long. But I just want to throw that in there.
Oh man, Trent, what it was? Trent Richardson. Oh, that dude was a joke, man. That boy put up so much numbers at Alabama and then went to the next level, and it was like, what happened? They're gonna do a 30 for 30 on him one day.
Who's Trent Richardson?
They gonna pull up on him at Burger King or something. Bro, you used to be at Alabama, wasn't it? Oh man, that's tough.
The only thing they're gonna waste film on Trent Richardson for is a YouTube documentary. That's it. He's not gonna be making on TV or Instagram documentary. That's about it.
They hating on Miami, man, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you, Melissa. Now Georgia is irrelevant as fuck. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you on that. They're the choke dogs. I definitely agree with you on that.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, but like I was saying earlier about the whole ACC and everything like that, the whole conference being canceled and all that crazy stuff that's going on. It is what it is. We might end up playing just conference games. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not just the 8 conference games that we already playing. Hopefully they tag the other 4 onto it. Let it be like a real season. Throw aside 8 conference game. Throw Clemson in there, number 9. So we can go ahead and get them out the way. Whether we win or lose that game, get it out the way. Recruit for the next 3 games and hope to see them again in the ACC conference.
Hey, T. Buddy Woodward said, Trent said to me last week, do you want fries with that? Okay, please drive through. Oh, dead. Oh
man, I swear to God, bro, they're gonna do a where are they now kind of series. And they go pull up on them. It's a YouTuber that does these kind of videos. I forgot his name. It's a black dude. I want to say his name Flemo or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's something similar to that.
He does those videos where it's like, what happened to this guy or what happened to that guy. I'm pretty sure when we get done with this stream, I'm gonna go check out and see if he actually did one on Trent. Because I mean, it's tough, man. The XFL was supposed to take off, and the whole Corona thing that got shut down. But I knew he was a part of the XFL team. But I mean, that's tough.
Oh man. What's called Everlasting Chaos said conference championships is the next best thing to a national title. Just saying, y'all look silly. Participation trophies don't matter to me. I say it again. Participation trophies do not matter to me. That just say you were participating in our conference and you were the best one at our conference. Thanks for participating.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, if we're gonna win conference championships, that's great. That's great and all. But I want championships to follow.
Yeah, national championships.
Amen. Oh, you ain't first, you last. That's the motto right there. I mean, perfect example. What's his name? Harrison. Harrison. That I think he was a linebacker or defensive lineman from the Pittsburgh Steelers. When I think his son had got a participation trophy, and then on top of that, he told him, "Hey man, we don't want that crap, bro. Take that, leave that junk, throw that in the garbage. If it ain't first place, we don't want it. We don't need no participation trophies. Don't teach my kid that kind of stuff." Hurricane ZO in the building.
Oh, what up, though?
My hair is gonna be longer than yours, about 2 months. Oh man, hey, big dreams, man. That's a big dream. It ain't happening, man. You're not catching me, bro. I'm telling you, you're not catching me. Zo gonna make me end up locking my hair up. Cause see what happened is every time I take it out and have it redone, I lose I don't lose length, but I lose hair. Cause when you comb it, some of it gonna fall out, some of it gonna break.
Right.
So I mean, I wouldn't say 2 months, probably give you a whole year before you catch me, if you catch me. And that's if I don't lock it up.
Oh,
If I lock
shit.
it up, you ain't never catching me. My hair grows too fast. I could cut this whole facial hair off and give me about maybe a month or two, and it'll be right back where it is right now. My facial hair and my hair, it grows too fast.
Oh, he just said he said you already don't cost you, me.
Man, come on, man. I know y'all see how long it is. I know y'all see it. And my hair is the kind of hair that once I do it, it curls down. So unless I pull it, you'll never know how long it actually is. That's why my earlier video, that's why I had to pull it up to show him how long it actually is. Because if you look at it right now, it don't look like much.
Right.
It's just like right there. And I mean, that's still long. But it ain't gonna be longer than me in 2 months. I give you a year if I don't lock it up. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Shrinkage. When my hair get wet, it shrink down. I gotta blow dry it or comb it out, pick it out or whatever. Yeah.
He said you don't have no facial hair. Let's put a bed on it. Me and
you. Oh man. Hold on. They said what? Don't put a bed. Nah, man. If I cut this off, like I said, it'll be back in less than a month. It'll all be back in less than a month. It grows too fast. As you can see on the sides, I chop this down every week or so.
Hey, you got a man bun, send him the link.
I like my man bun though.
He said
I like my man bun.
He said send him the link.
Hold on. Let me put it in the chat.
You got a man bun. Oh man.
Yeah, the link is in the chat, Zo. Yeah, but like I said, if we do play conference games, if it's all conference, I think they should just go ahead and make it 12 conference games.
That makes sense.
Clemson being number 9 on our list. I want to play them bright and early. I want them to be first on the list. Because if we have a hiccup game against them, we got time. We got 3 more games before the conference championship to make it up.
Dang. Oh, Melissa said she's been trying to get in Zoe's live stream, but her comments don't show up. Cjcanes87 said Miami have 9 Hall of Famers in the NFL: Jim Otto, Ted Hendricks, Jim Kelly, Michael Irvin, Cortez Kennedy, Warren Sapp, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Adrian James.
And the list, oh man, it's list to be future list to come.
Yeah, it's still more coming. Don't forget about Frank Gore. He will be in the Hall of Fame. Definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, the link in the chat, so you can join us on the screen. Yeah, man, my hair it's naturally curly, so unless I comb it out or blow dry it or something, it's just gonna curl down.
Hey, but
even my plaits curl down. As soon as they get wet, it's over with.
Wow.
You said I got more facial hair on my face than my head. I'm telling you, you're not catching me, man. Maybe next year.
Oh yeah, Jim Johnson is going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, Jim Johnson is. Frank Gordon, that's 11. That'll be 11.
Oh, don't forget Reggie Wayne.
Oh, Hello, 12.
Yeah, Dwayne, man. But like I said, I want Clemson, man. I don't know. A lot of people are scared of Clemson, but I don't know. I want them early, man. I want them early.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to wait till the last end of the season to find out, whether we better than them or not. I want to know early to where we can make some adjustments before we play them again.
Well, I think since you say you want to put them on the schedule, I think if we are going to put them on the schedule, it should be like mid, close to the end of the season, because you don't put them on the beginning of the season, because we got to see how we're gonna function as a unit first. That's what them little pickup games were supposed to be for, at the beginning.
Yeah, but if you look at the ACC too, look at all the kids that we're recruiting right now.
Right.
Half of the kids that hasn't made a commitment yet said they want to see Miami win first.
Right.
So now with this whole thing going on, going 8-0 is possible. If we just playing those 8 conference games, then you might as well just label us 8-0 then. You might as well give us all the recruits that's saying that all they want to see is us win. Because, I mean...
Well, I put it like this. Looking at it, yeah, we should go 8-0. Hurricane family member, yeah, we should go 8-0. But realistically, looking from the last season schedule, we just gotta wait and see.
Man, it's tough, man. Yeah, so I'm a computer illiterate. All you got to do is I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. All you got to do is click on it. It should take you straight to StreamYard. We're gonna go to room.
Ballistic Screw Alabama. Oh, we got an Alabama and what is it, Georgia?
Let me show you the article from earlier.
Oh shit! Cynthia said it doesn't matter. Alabama has 100 5-star. They still didn't beat Auburn.
All right, so as you can see on the screen, basically that's what they announced. That's what it was going to be like. Report: ACC expect to cancel non-conference football games.
This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, man. The ACC is expected to cancel non-conference games for the upcoming 2020 season due to COVID-19 pandemic, according to reporter by Stadium. So with the announcement, Miami will no longer have Temple, Wagner, UAB, or Michigan State on its upcoming schedule. The Hurricanes' first remaining games on the 8-game schedule or whatever, October 3rd, home game against Pitt. September 5th would have been the start of the season with Temple, not going to happen. Miami remaining schedule at Wake Forest, North Carolina, at Virginia, Florida State, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and Duke. So the last time Miami played 10 games in a season, that was in 1955. So basically, that's it right there.
Yo, I don't know. That'd be kind of. I don't think they're gonna add in the additional 4 games though, because that means they would have to reschedule team schedules if that makes any sense, because they already got their schedule lined up. And since they're taking those off, then after that, they're just gonna keep the regular game. We won't play till later on. When we play first conference game.
My thing is, if they're gonna take away all the non-conference games, because you got teams like Clemson that play non-conference games against South Carolina, but that's later on in the season. You got Florida State play Florida. That's the last game of the season. So the non-conference games that don't start in the beginning, if you like for Miami, it's perfect. If you take away all our non-conference games, we could start on October 3rd. But what about the rest of the country? What about the rest of the conference? Are they gonna make a shift? Are they gonna make a shift to where the whole conference just start on October 3rd? Oh, hold on, let me add so. Yeah, there we go. What up, Zoe?
What else?
I was trying to do it through my computer. I wasn't trying to do it on my phone. That's why, I'm computer illiterate. I don't know. I'm not smart like you guys.
Yeah. All you like I said, all you got to do. Oh, go ahead.
On a serious note,
Wait, who claiming moral victories, Melissa? You talking about
Cynthia? Because she said Auburn beat Alabama.
Auburn did beat, man. Y'all remember that one game when Auburn beat them? When the guy ran back the kick.
Yeah.
They kicked the field goal and he caught it in the end zone and ran it back. Boy, Alabama fans had a night of their life. I'm still watching the guy run down the sideline as we speak right now, cheering them on like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was
Bro,
a shock.
that was epic, man. Man. You said we embarrassed y'all last time. Oh, you're a Clemson fan. Yeah, y'all. Hey, it is what it is. Y'all did embarrass us, but keep that same energy in a couple of years.
Oh man, they go back and forth.
Yeah, Melissa say they beat us, but we still own them. That's a well-known fact. Alabama owns pretty much every team in the SEC. They pretty much own every team in the SEC. It is what it is. That was the craziest play we ever seen. Nah, Lulu, that weren't the craziest one I've seen. I seen us do a lot of crazy things against Duke.
Yeah.
I seen us do about 10 laterals and then go down and score a touchdown to actually pull off a win.
I wouldn't mind seeing another play like that though. That was interesting.
I'm trying to tell you, Zoe, man. You don't want none of these. You don't want none of this, man. It looks short, That's even in the ponytail. It's longer than you think.
I think everybody can ready to see.
Hello, your audio going in and out.
Is it a delay?
Yeah, your audio sound like it go in
Is
and
it a
out.
delay?
It's good right now.
I have no idea what's going on.
I can hear.
So what? Hold on. So what you think about them playing? Just hold on.
Yeah.
Where you go?
Yeah. You trying to
Let me put the link back in the chat. Click come back in. I was just about to ask him what he thought about us playing just conference games.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so what you think about us? Yeah, we can hear you. So what you think about us just playing non-conference, just playing conference games this season? Can you hear me?
You can hear me, t2y? You good, family?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
We hear you.
Can you hear us at all? I think we can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Yo, Zo.
Yeah, you probably got to put some headphones on.
Yeah, no, I had to do. Oh, well, let's see, Cjcanes87. Cjcanes87. I'm try to put the link up there some kind of way.
Right. It's in the tell her it's on the screen. It's scrolling on the screen.
I don't want none of what? What I don't want none of, man?
Yeah, you can hear us? You can hear us?
What I don't want none of, man? I'm trying to figure out what I don't want none of. Because it seems like I'm on a delay. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm gonna hook my Bluetooth up, see if we can hear a little bit. Because it seems like it's a delay.
Yeah, we can hear you. The question is, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So what I was asking you earlier is, what's your thoughts on us just playing conference games?
Oh, I see what he's talking about. What a delay on. Okay, yeah, I see what he's talking about.
You got a delay on your end too?
No, it ain't no delay. Like you could if you watching it and then while we streaming, it's like two different speeds.
Oh, that's because it's probably because he's using the phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. That's why I was trying to get to the computer. That's why
the computer move at a slightly slower pace.
Send a link to my computer and I can hear you perfectly.
You got to go to your computer, pull up the chat, and click on it in the chat. Click on the link in the chat.
I got you.
I'm putting the link back up now.
Hold on. I'm getting out.
Oh, thank you, Melissa, for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Subscribe.
That's from the okay. He about to come in with the computer.
All right. Yeah, I seen what he was talking about. I was looking at my phone like behind, and then like the computer on time. So I know what you're talking about. Y'all hit that subscribe like button, all that good stuff. Get in.
So let me see. Okay, there it is. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So the question
I'm good
is.
Now. Hold on
question is,
I'm good now. Hold on one second. Cause I didn't know how to get in with the YouTube. I didn't know how to get in with the I was on my phone. I wasn't on the computer. So hold on one second. Now I'm ready for some smoke. Now I'm ready for some smoke. What's good? What's good? What's good, family? What's going on, man? What's going on, brothers? What's good with you?
All right. So the main thing right now is conference games. What's your thoughts on it? Because it seems like that's where we're going at right now. It's only conference games.
Actually, to be honest with you, first thing I want to make sure the health of the kids, you know what I'm saying, more than anything, you know what I'm saying, make sure they're good, because that's the main thing. Conference games, I like that better than playing against Florida Atlantic and Bethune-Cookman. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like dead ass, like, why do we even play them games? It's bad enough It's hard enough to fill up the rock as it is. You know what I'm saying? Then we play against teams that's not gonna bring anybody to the stadium, like for real. And then it doesn't help you in ranking neither. So I'd rather play Duke 5 times than play Bethune-Cookman and Florida Atlantic and FIU and all those teams like that. So I'm all good with the conference games, man. Melissa, I have no idea why I can't get you in. I did not block you. I have no idea why you won't show up on my channel, but believe me, I didn't block you. But
yeah,
I try to figure it out.
The way I was saying is because even this year I started a petition for Miami and Florida to play each other every season.
That's not happening.
I know it ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
Trust me, I know it's not
can
gonna
I be
happen.
me? Can I be me?
Of course, go ahead.
Do you think the real bitches of Florida gonna play us every year, man?
Hell no.
That's exactly what's going on right now.
The real bitches of Florida run. That's why I got more respect for Florida State. You know what I'm saying? I got more respect, even though they need to take Daniel Boone off that damn horse. You know what I'm saying? And put a real Native American on that horse. I'm Choctaw, so you know I don't like that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? But take Daniel Boone off that horse and put a real Native American on that horse. Give him that scholarship. But the real bitches of Gatorville, listen, man, they let snakes run them out of there. Ain't even no gators left there. It's all pythons and shit. There's no even no gators left in Gainesville. Like for real. Before we talking about like serious on some real shit, like Gateman, you know I freestyle fuck a gator all year last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like for real, I can't stand the gators, man. I like that setup you got back there, though, t2y. That shit is nasty. I like that.
Yeah, that's the background.
I like that, man. I like that, man. You got me looking kind of jealous. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody. You got Devin Hester jersey, Ray Lewis jersey. I mean, like,
this is a green screen, man. Ain't nothing back here.
I ain't doing no green screen. I'm too stupid. I've been had all Notre Dame shit up there. If you looking at me like, yo, what is this dude doing? Yo, why is this dude got a Hurricane channel with all Notre Dame stuff in the background? No, I'm not doing a green screen, man. That's sharp though. I like that, man. It looks good.
Yeah. You know I just went on Google and searched for Miami Hurricane man caves, and this one came up. I was like, perfect, right there.
Yeah, this is my man cave right here. I got a little history in here though. I got a little bit of history in here, man. I'm glad to see you doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
No, I like you in Turk Tally, but I like this one a little bit better. Just be honest, man. You got a fellow Hurricane on here, spitting some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that's the best way to do it, man. Hurricane YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? We might not be winning no national championship. I'd be damn if we ain't the Twitter finger winners of the year. Because we loaded, we killing them. I got your boy Uncle Ludo because he put that little video out. You know what I'm saying about Miami, how we hadn't won since we've been in the ACC. He said, shit, they ain't won since we've been in the ACC. So
it's funny because I'll be having Georgia fans on here telling me how we irrelevant and stuff, and then they'll come bragging about they lost in 2017. Like,
bro, I'm 44.
Y'all lost?
I'm 44. I was sitting in my bassinet watching that game the last time they won. I was 4 years. I was in the bassinet.
I told them, man, last time they won their championship, I think it was in black and white.
Yeah,
it was in black and white. Yeah, for real. I'm telling you, like my pops was holding the coat hanger. He's holding the coat hanger so the static would go away. You
gotta sit real still in the house because if you move, the signal fades.
Bro, we were still in a Jim Crow era. I think black people just started playing football.
Oh man!
I mean, come on, man. Hey, serious, Georgia. Uncle Lou, man. Uncle Lou got a big heart though. You know what I'm saying? He just like to talk, man. But on some real shit, Uncle Lou, man. I can't troll him because he killed me last year on trolling. So I leave the trolling alone. But when it comes to fact shit, man, serious, man. Uncle Lou, you 36. You wasn't even born last. It's like me talking shit about my Knicks. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I wasn't born when they won, so I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about the Knicks until they. I don't care how many times they lost 2 or 3 times while I've been alive, but they ain't won nothing. Like, and then I compared the conferences because they wanted to, people want to talk about the conferences and shit like that. Like the SEC East is better than the Coastal Division. So I just did it like this here. In the SEC East, you got Georgia, Florida. I'm gonna give Florida some respect. You know what I'm saying? Their Jesus Christ won them one national championship, even though they think they won them two. You know what I'm saying? Chris Leak was actually the national. He was a pedophile, and then the other one was on, and then the other star. You know what I'm saying? Was on death row, for real. Not with Suge Knight, but literally was on death row. Then you got Tennessee, who was only good for 2 years with T. Martin and Peyton Manning. T. Martin won a national championship. Like dead ass. I'm being real. Like when have you known Tennessee to be good?
Hold on, Zo. Hurricane Miller with a $2.99. Say last time they won the NCAA, they wore Converse cleats.
Bro, they didn't wear. They wore the steel box. You remember that? What was that show back in the days when they put the little white dude? They put the little Bengay. They put the little Bengay on his. You know what I'm saying? And made them. That's when they won. Like they won when Good Times was on TV. Like in the prime. That was the Jeffersons and all that shit. That was the last time they won. In the heat of the night. That's when they won.
Lord. Every time they scored a touchdown, dynamite.
I'm telling you, bro. Matter of fact, Tecmo Bowl wasn't even out the last time.
Oh,
if you look,
they didn't even have Ataris or ColecoVisions, like for real.
Like if you look at that Georgia game too, they only won by 7 points. It was 17-10.
Bro, they had a party line.
Boring game.
They had a party line. They had rotary phones. Like this is for real, like serious. Just think about last time they won. If somebody was to get out of prison right now today, the last time that they won, they would die because they wouldn't know what they would think we in spaceships and shit. Like the last time 1980. Yeah, like serious. And like I said, you got Tennessee, South Carolina, who has never won nothing, never been good. They had a couple good years under Spurrier and Lou Holtz. University of Kentucky. Okay, if West Name start coaching back football, they might be good one day. They had a couple good seasons in the last 60 years. Vanderbilt, serious. I mean, these are teams in their division, and the last team I'm about to name is Missouri, and they won back-to-back SEC East championships when they first got to. So how good is it? Serious for real. See, they have no excuses because they went on no probation. See, people don't remember the Nevin Shapiro shit. This shit went on for like 7 years. Nobody remembers that. Like that shit is like, okay, nobody remembers Nevin Shapiro. Nobody remembers Donna Shalala stealing money from the University of Miami to put into the medical school. People don't remember that shit. But what they do remember is us not being good. And the reason why they remember us not being good is because the only time the NCAA is really, really hot is when Miami is good. Just think about it. When we played Notre Dame, that was one of the highest rated games in NCAA history as a regular season game. Like serious. I mean, you can put Michigan against Georgia, and only people that's gonna watch that shit is Michigan and Georgia. Like there is like dead ass. Don't nobody care about the board.
They care about their history.
The choke dogs.
What history?
They know it's the criminal versus convicts.
Listen here, man. No, you talking about? Don't stop doing that, man. It's not.
No. I'm not saying.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna straighten you out. No, I'm gonna straighten you out in your own show.
Listen.
If they're gonna call us convicts, you gotta do it right. It's the convicts versus the pedophiles. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. All right, we're gonna do it right. Let's do it right. You know what I'm saying? How many Catholic priests sleep with little boys? We're gonna do it right. It's convicts versus the pedophiles. That's why they stay in protective custody when they play against Miami. That's why they don't even come out the locker room. They be on PC. They don't even come out the locker room.
Don't forget that one of their players got catfish too.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh man.
Come on, man.
So the last time Georgia won, Athens population was reduced 500 people.
Listen, the last time Georgia won, Athens was in Greece, man.
Yo, thank you, Jay Play.
Jay Play, what's good, family? Last time Georgia won, Athens was in Greece, man. Like serious. Like they're trash. Like I don't even like your conference is weak. Stop. And then like who admits to being somebody's bitch? You remember what was that? What was that half baked? Remember half baked with Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
When the little white dude went, he said, "I'm somebody's bitch." That's what Georgia say every time they play against Alabama or LSU. I'm somebody's bitch. That's what they say every time. They're the Georgia Labradoodles. They're no longer the Georgia Bulldogs. They're the Georgia Labradoodles. That's what they are, man. Put the Georgia Labradoodles, man. I got pit bulls, man. Listen here, man.
I've been calling them Chihuahuas for a minute now.
Chihuahuas got bite though. They got some bite. They'll bite. They're Labradoodles. Listen here, man. If you take that dog on a walk, and another dog jump the fence, that dog gonna beat you home sitting on the front porch waiting on your ass. You gotta fight by yourself, man. Like Georgia has.
I think I heard that from you though. I think you was the one that said that they can't chew a bone.
The last this is true. That the last national championship that when they played, they blew the lead Alabama, and that dog choked on that bone. That dog is no longer living. that dog is dead. Oh, man. that dog had the coronavirus before the coronavirus started. That was the first case study. Yo, how you do that, man? And then got a nerve to come back and still do videos for real. I wouldn't do. I'd have stopped doing videos for 10 years. Bro, that game, like there was no excuse to lose that game, man. Nothing.
That's why when they lost the conference championship to LSU, I had to do it to Lou, man. I had to do it to him.
But that wasn't even a game. Like, man, listen.
I remember like it was yesterday. Coach, I was watching the game and I was watching Coach Coop live. Coach Coop said in the chat, y'all put y'all score prediction. I put mine as 38-10. I was just trolling when I did that. Man, the score at the end of the game was 37-10. I said, God damn it, I should have went to Vegas.
Bro, I ain't even had no money and still couldn't get a bet. I was begging homeless people for money. I still couldn't get a bet. I couldn't get a bet, man. Went over like Georgia, like, man, I'm up here in Columbia, South Cac, man. I'm right by Georgia, man. Like, serious. They like, I've watched them choke to the Gamecocks, like, on a consistent basis. Gamecocks get one win a year is going to be against Georgia. Like, serious. Like, Georgia is the ultimate. They're the Buffalo Bills of college football, man. Like, for real, they can't. Remember what Rocky White told you can't win. That's what every Georgia coach wife tell them. You can't win. Just go there and get your check. You just go there and get your check. You know what I'm saying? And you will be a good assistant for the rest of your life somewhere because you cannot win when you go. Yeah, they got rid of Mark Richt to do the same thing. Yep. Lose. That's what they got, man. You can't get over the hump. You can't compare. I got all 5 of my national championship rings, and you know what I'm saying. I'm flossy right now. You know, I'm gonna stay flossy on them. I got. They say they got tradition, motherfucker. I got history. You look at them national championships and shit back there. Like I got history, man. They got tradition. I got history. It's a difference. Like I was in Pasadena. I was at that game. Like nobody was alive. Nobody was. There we go. I'm gonna turn the LEDs on. Nobody was alive when Georgia won. You weren't alive. How old are you, Big Home? How old are you? How old are you, T2y?
I'm only 31.
And how old are you, Big Home?
32.
Oh my God! Like
yeah,
I'm 44.
We didn't even exist.
Nah, you wouldn't even thought of like serious. Parents wouldn't even know nothing about you. Like you ain't even have a T in your 2y. Like serious. There was nothing. Like so, how can I can't talk. I'm a Knicks fan. I can't talk shit. No Miami Heat fan ever. Right? I can't say nothing. Like nothing. Like for real. If a Miami Heat fan talk shit, I'm just like, all right, whatever. I can't say, well, y'all living in the past. Cause shit, y'all past is more recent than our past. Like Georgia Tech was the last team in that state to win a national championship. Put it that way.
Yep. That's why I stopped arguing with Georgia fans, and now I start seeing these Clemson fans coming around.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with them. Leave them alone.
Yeah, that's why I try
leave
to
stay away. Don't argue with them,
man. Because
leave them alone. You lose.
Yeah,
you lose. They beat. Listen, bro, they still scoring on us right now. I can't listen. You got to be a realist, man. They beat the hell out of us, man. Like right now, they still like they beat us like runaway slaves for real. Like they beat and like 2 national. We can't say nothing. I don't care if we got 5. They got 2 recent. We can't say nothing to them, especially the way they dog walked our ass. Like for real. Like they made Mark Richt kick a field goal on a 2-yard. Like for real, like serious. I was in a ball. I was in the ball with Clemson fans, and it was so bad. It was Miami dreams. They felt so bad for me. Leave them. I'm not saying nothing to Clemson, man. Because listen, remember last time you said something to your big brother, your uncle, and he beat that ass. Like until we beat them, I can't say nothing to them. Like it's not that they just beat us, man. They humiliated us, man. I'm still crying from that shit. Like for real, that didn't make no sense. I'm up here like I was gonna go to Charlotte because I'm only 45. I'm glad I didn't go because I probably would have shot myself, man. Like I went to the bar with a whole bunch of Clemson fans, and I'm like, I'm all my Miami shit. We got a couple Miami fans with me. We in there ready for the game, and you know what I'm saying. Soon as Malik Rozier overthrew that ball or underthrew that ball, it was like that was it. Game over. So I don't like champions like Alabama, even though they pay players. I'm not gonna talk shit about Alabama. LSU to me is like that's if I root for anybody outside of Miami, it's gonna be LSU because they just remind me so much of Miami. Just what they swag like that. If any other school remind you Miami, it would be LSU to me anyway. The Wolverines, like all these big time powerhouses, Ohio State, no respect, especially when your referee went to your school that threw the flag. Go do the history on that. So no respect. Y'all stole that game. But they do have great athletes in Ohio State, Ohio. I'm gonna get them that.
Till today, Terry Porter still ain't saying that.
Listen, man, they know what happened. They stole that game from us. But you know what though? We was like a 10-point favorite. We shouldn't even let them be in that game. So that's our fault too. Shouldn't even let them be in it. Like dead ass. We should have blew them out. We should have done like we did in Nebraska the year before. We should have three. We should have had three back to back to back. Because shit, you see how we did the Gators the year before that. Like it makes no sense. And what bugs me out about Miami fans, and I say this all the time, like I'm a New Yorker, born and raised. So do not tell me there's too much to do in Miami. Because I lived in Miami for 4 years. I hate that shit. Bro, it's 6 Saturdays a year. It's 365 days in a year. They just ask you to do 6. It's too much to do in Miami. Bro, everybody Miami's in the hood. The Rock is in the hood.
And like serious. The thing about that too is the first couple games, normally we play a cupcake team or something.
So what?
Those tickets are cheap as dirt. So there's no excuse why we can't get that stadium packed. I was looking at tickets for the Wagner game. They was starting at like $10.
Bro, I got my season tickets every year. You see mine right behind me. I hadn't got them this year because
this season I held off on it.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were gonna have a season at all.
But they'll give you money.
When I held off on it, the first thing I did, I bought the Florida State ticket, which cost me $200. But I was like, if I had my season ticket, all of it would round down less.
Are we playing them in Tallahassee?
No. We playing them on Hard Rock.
So you know how crazy that is, yo. You bought your Florida State ticket for $200, right? And you could have bought all your tickets for like $400.
I know
the whole season.
I was looking at it like, if I can't get
make payments,
tickets, at least get some kind of tickets.
Make payments. I do the payment plan. I'm on a budget. Like serious, they take it out every month. Like serious, you just made the payments. You could have sold them a game. I give away every ticket because usually I'm with 786 when I'm down there. So you know what I'm saying, I usually give away to some kids that's outside that want to get in on 786 to give visit tickets away. But nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That last Florida State we had, I didn't go to that last Florida State game at home because you know what I'm saying, we had the Hurricane. That was Hurricane last time we played them at home. Yeah. And I had 4 tickets, and I think my season tickets had cost me like $700 for my tickets because I was like on the 2-yard line. But guess what? I sold those 4 tickets. Guess how much I made per ticket? $800 a ticket. $800 a ticket.
Yeah, see, with $800
$800 a ticket. I had 4 tickets. My whole season ticket was like $700. I made $800 a ticket. And then I had Hurricane fans saying,
with my ticket too, what I did was I purchased the insurance on it because it's like $11. That way, if the season don't go or whatever, they refund you.
They're gonna refund your money regardless. If you're a season ticket holder, you ain't gotta worry about that because they just gonna put your money to next year. Oh. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like you might well get. Like I say, I do it because they don't cost that much. Like my season tickets, I'm paying like $400 a year for 2 seats.
Yeah,
Like serious.
that's pretty much what I was paying too. 430 something.
So I mean, it's not like it's. All right, I'm gonna put this on some black father shit, like for real. The Rock is in Miami Gardens, and I got a lot of family living in the Gardens. You know what I'm saying? Like you Jamaican, I'm Jamaican. My father's Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? A lot of family living in the Gardens. Like, and anytime I'm in Miami on a Saturday, nobody's nowhere. Everybody in the hood. Everybody hanging out. Everybody hanging out in the Gardens. Everybody either doing a barbecue or just outside or just chilling in the house or something. So them Saturdays are the times you can spend with your kids, man. If you say it's too expensive to eat at the stadium, eat at the stadium. Eat before you go there. You could take in 2 drinks. You could take in 2 drinks as long as they're not open. You could take in 2 Gatorades or whatever, as long as the big ones, as long as they're not open. So 2 apiece, 2 per person. So you ain't got to worry about spending a lot of money, man. Like there's no reason for us not to pack that stadium every Saturday. And it's a beautiful stadium. And we use every excuse in the world, but then when we don't get recruits, people get mad. We don't get recruits. Blame yourself. Like for real. It's so much bullshit. Like it's like, bro, my best time, and I almost always damn near cry when I tell the story, but my best time in my life was when me and my wife, my 2 daughters went to the game, and it was like crazy hot. It was like, I mean, it was hot, like 510 degrees, like serious. I don't know what the hell kind of heat was on it, but we was at the Hurricane Walk, and my daughter passed out at the Hurricane Walk. Like she's like, Daddy, I'm dizzy, and she passed out. And I'm screaming like, yo, and then like the ambulance shit came. They took her to the hospital thing inside the stadium, and before the game, like 10 of the players came up there and talked to her because they all seen her pass out. So they stopped the walk. You know what I'm saying? They saw her praying, and then like the second quarter of that game, it started raining real hard, like just rain. And my daughter locks, you see my daughter, her locks, you know what I'm saying? She got you beat too. Her locks down here. You know what I'm saying? Her locks like right here. You know what I'm saying? Like she got you beat too. She's like, I got you beat. She got you beat. And like she was when it started raining, my wife, you know, my wife, you know, she had to weave in her hair. She wasn't getting her shit wet. And my youngest daughter was like, she ain't about to sit out here in the rain. But my oldest daughter sat there, she put her head back and she just started shaking her head. And I was like, you go from those are the moments you remember with your kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you like, it's cheap to do it. You want kids to go there, and them moments to remember with your family. Like, go to the games. There's no reason not to.
I remember the last time I went with I had a couple of family members that came down, so I was like, y'all can come to the game with me because I'm going to the game regardless whether y'all here or y'all come or not. I'm going. So I ended up buying some tickets for them, and we had to go on, you know, the home side. Now, if you know the home side in the Hard Rock, if the sun is out, you're gonna die.
No, that was the away side. Before the canopy, after the canopy.
Before.
Okay, because after the canopy, that's the away side.
So then we over there, and I'm like, man, it's hot, excruciating. You see my daughter's face getting red and stuff. So I was like, we gotta move. We gotta move. And I'm looking at the other side of the stadium, like it's halfway empty. You can nearly pick where you want to go. So during halftime, I took them. I was like, hey, we're gonna go around to the other side and we're gonna sit on the other side. Now the guy, one of the security, asked me where your tickets and stuff. I told him I purchased it online. It's on my phone. I turned my phone off. Can I see a ticket? I'm like, sir, my phone is dead. But, you know, he didn't bother me after that because he's like, all right, well, if his phone's dead, he's already in the game, so he definitely had tickets to get in the game.
Yeah, when you jumped the fence, when you ran through security, like, hey, if you get the fuck from around me,
my little daughters.
Man, you get your ass around me. Don't get your ass slapped. You better go somewhere. Ask me about my tickets. Go ask your mama about her tickets. You ask me about my tickets for. You crazy. Like I can see if the stadium was full.
Let me address this real quick. It's a t2y. Why we not talking about the Palmetto 5 and Northwestern 4? You guys was already covering that. Basically, we wasn't going to talk about that tonight, but with the development of the conferences, and we might not even have sports as it is this season when it comes to football. I had to switch it up a little bit. We could talk about the Palmetto 5 and Northwestern 4 next week, but right now we're not even sure what the season's going to be like. So we'll kick recruiting back to next week. Yeah, but Palmetto 5, the Northwestern 4, it'll be a great look for Miami to lock down all these players. But right now, we might not even have a season out of conference. So let's just talk about that, right now.
That might start back how it used to be when Randy Shannon recruiting all them top players out of Miami.
I think ZO froze.
Yeah, he froze.
ZO, can you hear us?
Yo.
Hold on, let me put the link back in the chat.
Hey,
ZO, the link is in the chat.
I was just enjoying y'all conversation.
Then come back in.
You heard?
Huh?
I said I was just enjoying y'all conversation. That's y'all going on.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing though. With the season, if we don't have a season, as long as fans can get their money back and stuff like that, and they don't have a bitter taste in their mouth, it'll be a good thing. So that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to piss fans off, because then next thing you know, big games and everything, when we need fan support, we're not gonna have it. But speaking of it, hold on. We do have a season though. I know most of the fans are all around the country, and some of y'all ain't gonna make it.
International.
These right here. If you see in the middle of it, it's a camera right there, and it shoots in 1080p. So when I go to the games, I'm gonna be wearing this. This thing here records up to 2 hours. I did a video where I showed what it actually looked like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear it when I go to the Florida State game, and I'm gonna record while I'm there. So all the footage that I get, I'm gonna put it online for any of the fans that want to see the experience of going to the game. Maybe it'll inspire some fans to be like, you know what, I want to go. I want to go be a part of that environment. Wait, who Melissa talking to? Oh my God, Cynthia and Melissa going at it. We got a cat fight.
Hey, Orange Green Blood said CJ being awful quiet. He's still daydreaming about the great tape. Man, come on. Wait, don't mention that. Sorry, Tater. Okay.
I'm gonna put the link back in just in case Zoe want to come back in.
I think So hey, T. So what was the first game you went to, like official, like the first game you attended in person?
It was at the Orange Bowl. I forgot who we played. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. It was my first game. Because my mom's them and my pops them, they don't care about football. Yeah. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to get them to support me when it comes to football at all. When I was young. See, once I got older and got on my own, that's when I started buying up all the Miami Hurricane gear, going to games and stuff like that. So, but with my parents, they don't know nothing about football. If you put on a cricket match or a soccer match, they can tell you everything that's going on. But with football, they can't tell you nothing. So I basically had to wait till I was a grown man to actually go to a Miami Hurricane game, start buying Miami Hurricane gear and stuff like that.
Right.
See, it's different. It's a difference, because I'm a fan. So right now, every time I go to the game, I bring my kids with me. This season it's gonna be different. I'm not bringing my kids to the stadium with me. If I go, I'm gonna go at my own risk.
Right.
But I'm not gonna bring my kids with me. Just in case something happens.
The orange and green blood, let that go. Let nobody study no damn Tate Martell. Let that go. He can't even be talking on that damn horse.
See, that's why I be telling you, man. I love what Junior and the Big Dog got going on, because the way him and his pops could talk football, I don't have that same opportunity. My dad knows that I'm a Miami Hurricane fan.
Right.
He knows that I got it. He knows that I got it tatted on my arm and everything. But other than that, he'll wear the shirt. He'll support my YouTube channel and everything like that. But other than that, he don't know nothing football. See, me and my dad connection is more on a music kind of thing. Because he's a DJ. He does a lot of Jamaican DJ music and stuff like that. So I'm a technical guy where I'll teach him how to get his music for free, where he don't have to buy music or whatever, and get him all the programs so he can have the best DJ experience or whatever. The NBA, do I think they're gonna restart? Yeah, they're gonna do a bubble. They're gonna have the playoff situation in the bubble. Y'all gonna have to
the NBA going to get that bread. They're gonna get that bread.
Y'all gonna have to tune in the ZO channel this season on basketball, because he's gonna be covering it. See me, I'm a Laker fan. I can't tell you nothing about no other team. I'm just a Laker fan. I don't know what the other teams got going on.
I just watch certain players. I don't have a team.
Yeah.
But nah, I really enjoy the NBA. Like I said, I'm a Knicks fan, so I enjoy the NBA. I enjoy watching it. We just going. I want to see what happened. I'm gonna go for Portland probably in the beginning, but I'm actually root for the Lakers. Just see some kind of sport. You know what I'm saying? But if Portland don't win it, I root for the Lakers.
Hey, it's all about the Lakers. It's all about the Lakers, baby.
Yeah, I give LeBron a shot. You know what I'm saying? But now I posted a question in my chat, like, would people risk their kids' lives playing football? Would you risk your kids' lives playing football, or would you rather kids not play? I wouldn't risk my kids' life to play college football. I would tell my child not to play this year. I
mean, if they all tested and nobody's positive, and if the kids decide that they want to play, then I'm with it. But if any kids say they don't want to play, I don't hold it against them.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, you got to look at it. It's your life. Make your decision. Because if you go out there and you do contact this virus, then who knows what'll happen.
What's up, BVD? Dennis Wilson.
What up, Dennis? How you doing, boss?
Some reason I'm having audio. Some reason the audio delay. I'm having an audio delay for some reason. I have no idea why I'm having an audio delay, but I'm having an audio delay.
Let's see.
But I wouldn't listen. You could test. You could test negative today and test positive tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And yep. I'm not risking my child's life. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, as a parent to make that decision, or a kid to even make that decision. Because I mean, you're gonna have those parents that say, you know what, if they've been doing all these protocols, they've been testing kids, nobody's positive or anything like that. You know, they all been following these measures, and nobody's tested positive when it comes game time. Some parents probably will say, go ahead and play.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to, as a program, how you handling the situation, how you going about testing, how you going about making sure that, you know, every kid on there is negative. And if you have situation where you have kids that are positive, make sure that, you know, it's not something you sweep under the rug or something. You let it be known.
Not doing it. Not doing it. The NCAA is the most corrupt system it is. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not risking my child's life for the NCAA or for no fans. No, is life more important or is football more important, man? Not doing it. I'm serious. Listen. These kids don't get paid. When the NCAA disband in the next couple of years, watch what happens. It's a bunch of rich people making money off these kids, and when these kids die, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
I would say they might well go ahead and shut down this season. Just wait till next season until they start paying players the following season.
Exactly. You 100. I'm not risking my kids' life.
And see, a lot of things too is there's a lot of pressure on these kids to play this season because the NFL said that they not changing their draft. It's gonna happen whether these kids play or not. They having their draft. They not changing.
How many kids per team get drafted? How many kids per team get drafted? How many kids per team get drafted?
About a handful.
But about two, if that, one.
Yeah, depending on where you.
So what am I worrying about that for? My kid get drafted and die.
Yeah, that's what they're saying right now. Like I said, at the end of the day, as parents and as the players, they all got to just sit down and talk. Hey, this is the risk. Are you willing to do this or are you willing not? That's it.
I ain't no conversation. Son, you ain't playing.
That ain't gonna be most of the time.
Period. Son, you not playing.
It's gonna be tough, man. You know,
tough for who? Tough for who?
Some of them kids gonna be like, look, mom.
Son, you not playing.
Mom, I'm 18.
Son, you ain't playing.
Mom, I'm 18. Dad, I'm 19. I'm playing. What you gonna do? Whoop my ass? Nope.
Yep. Dead ass.
No, you know that's what it's gonna come down to.
You not playing. You not playing.
Period. You know what's gonna happen too? A lot of them kids probably gonna end up testing positive. And you know who's gonna show up to them hospital? Didn't I tell your little butt not to play?
You can't even. The thing about it is, you can't even go in there with them.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You can't even go in there with them.
Gonna be on the phone with them. Didn't I tell your little butt not to play?
So I mean, it's not. Listen, I'm not allowing my child. I'm not allowing my child to do that. And I would tell the NCAA to kiss my black ass. My child is not playing. Like we don't put like right now they're talking about sending kids back to school. My daughter ain't going to school, and my daughter on the auto road, she ain't going to school. No, not doing it.
Yeah, I seen they had a press conference in Florida about that.
Florida's the last spot talking about going to school.
They giving them like 3 different options, whether they do it online, in class, or I forgot what the other one was. But I'm like, my kids ain't going in no classroom. If y'all want to do classes, it's gonna be online.
Oh, so see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Just because your child, let me explain something to you. My nephew was my son, and I raised him, and I was doing a live video when he got shot 3 times, right? He was 25 when he got shot 3 times. I felt no different if he would have been 15 or 25. That shit almost killed me. So you don't your love don't change as your child get older. So you still gonna have that same energy. Like, nah, you're not doing that. If your daughter is 26 years old and a dude put his hands on her, you going to see that dude. I don't care if you told her not to be with him. You still going to see him.
If we test for the flu, we would have the same result as COVID.
No, we would not. No, we would not. No, we wouldn't. Oh my God. I guarantee you. Listen here, man. Stop listening to your Uncle Donald. Stop listening to your Uncle Donald, man. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I tell you what. If you try to do one of them things like cough in my face, like some of these people doing it, I'm telling you, I'm putting a pistol to you. Don't cough in my face because you talking about it's the flu. Like, don't do that. These people really dying. My friend Fred the Godson from the Bronx had just got married, 2 kids, and you can go pull his playlist up right now. He was finally got his big time record deal and died from COVID-19 at the age of 34. So no, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's tough.
Go pull it up. And guess how many people got to go to his funeral? 10. Like, serious.
A lot of people ain't taking it serious, but even with my job, every single morning they give us a screening. If you fail that screening, you ain't going to work. You're not going.
Bro, we got to.
I work out in the field, so I drive around all day. So I'm going to Publix's, I'm going to Walmart's, all those stores and everything. So the risk of me catching this virus is high. I mean, I follow all the protocols, like wearing my mask. I got a beautiful Miami Hurricane mask. I wear that all day. And then
stop wearing that doggone mask because you want to represent your team. Make sure your mask at work. Don't you wear your Miami Hurricane mask?
That's what I'm saying. My mask work.
So much as you wearing your Miami Hurricane. You want me to go? I'm gonna go get you the mask. I'm gonna go get you the one that so much you wearing your Miami Hurricane. All right.
Mine's work.
Represent your team.
I had one before where I'll be walking down the aisle and I can smell people cologne and stuff. So I'm like, oh no, I gotta change this because if I can smell your cologne, whatever's in the air, I'm breathing it in anyway.
I got the double breather. And actually, it doesn't matter what mask you wear. The mask is for you to protect people. It's not for people to protect you.
Right.
So the mask is so it doesn't escape you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they want everybody to wear the mask. Because if somebody's sick and you wear the mask, you the one wearing the mask, you still can get sick. It can come through anything. Mm-hmm. So it's for you, it's not for them. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody wears it, that's what keeps it. It keeps it further in. It won't go out 6 feet. It might only go out 1.5 feet. But if you standing close by that person and you ain't got no mask on, and they cough. Even if you got a mask on and they don't have a mask on and they cough, that shit can come through your mask, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. They don't have a science to this shit yet. They don't have no science to this. That's why I said when somebody talking about flu-like symptoms, well, take your ass, go volunteer for them to give you this flu. Go take this flu. Go take this COVID-19 flu shot. Let me see what happened to you. I want you to be the first volunteer. I want you to be the first tester.
No.
That's something I'll tell everybody to stay away from. Taking any flu shots or anything like that right now.
I'm about to get off. I got to be to work at 5 a.m, man. So I just want to. I appreciate you two brothers, man. I appreciate you two brothers so much, man. Much love, man. Thank you for letting me come on y'all show and talk a little shit. And T2y, I'm about to do your favorite move. I'm about to do your favorite move. I'm gonna do your favorite move for you.
You in the door. So
I'm gonna do your favorite. I'm gonna do your favorite move for you. Pull it down. Pull it out.
I look like one.
I got two. I got another one. I'm gonna do you. You know what I'm saying? This what you like to do. Man. Since this what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about no. I don't see no hair there. Ain't no damn hair. Look, he got an invisible head.
You can see mine.
You can see mine, man.
Put yours down.
He want what you like to do. He pulled a one right in the front too. I don't even have none in the front. He pulled one right in the front.
This one came from the top.
I don't even have none in the front. And he been and T2y 32. And he been growing his hair since he was 2. He been growing his hair since he was 2 years old. He's 32.
Let me pull it all the way out.
He's 32.
Come on, man. It's way down now. Like I told you, my hair shrinks.
He says it's 2 years old.
My hair shrinks when I.
Oh Lord.
It's up there, man. I don't know if y'all can see that, but where my hand is at, that's where my hair is at. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because of the green screen. He ain't catching me. He ain't catching me, Zoe.
It don't froze again.
That's that. I'm telling you, that's that computer telling him to stop it. That's that computer saying stop.
They gonna put that up there, bro.
Oh man. Anyways, y'all hit that like button, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, Zoe, for coming in, man.
Yeah, anytime, Zoe. Come on in anytime.
Yeah, man.
I'll make sure y'all smash that like button, man. So like I was saying though, with the whole coronavirus thing, it's gonna be tough to have a season. It really gonna be tough. It's gonna be a lot of parents that tell their kids do not play.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be the parents that say this might be your only chance. The kids that's been red shirt, the kids that hadn't had no play time, those are the ones that's gonna eventually say, I'm playing. Those are the ones that when the draft come around in April, you know, they're gonna be like, you ain't had no play time, you ain't gonna make it to the league. Hey, those are the kids that's gonna feel that pressure of, you know what? I know it's a not safe environment, but I gotta do what I gotta do if I'm gonna make it to the league. And I mean that's tough. But that's what we're gonna have.
Zoe said, nah, you down in Florida. Your computer give him a computer that COVID-19.
Oh man. Well, yeah, that's gonna be the thing, man. But according to all these conferences, it's gonna come out by the end of the week for the rest of them because the Big Ten already announced it, the ACC already announced it. It's all conference games.
But like I was saying, with all this conference game and stuff like that, and just like Zoe said, you're gonna have parents that are gonna be like, no, you ain't gonna play. That's why I say they might well go ahead and either decide either they're gonna run this season or not run this season. And if they don't run this season, they don't need to start back up to 2021 or maybe possibly to 2022, because of the fact is we don't know how long it's gonna last. If we're gonna be like this, might as well go ahead and shut the season down, wait until they start paying these players at least.
Yep. Well, you know the NCAA is a greedy corporation.
Yeah, most definitely know that.
A greedy corporation. They want that money regardless. They know how unsafe it is out there. Trust me. They know. But eventually we'll get an answer, a solid answer, you know, whether or not they do play or not.
Right.
It's all boiling down. I mean, this whole thing started back in the end of March?
Yep.
Or the beginning of March, because they didn't even have March Madness.
No, yeah, that's the usual show right about that one.
And all of us, we've been. I mean, as for the state of Florida, we had a shutdown, and then they opened up too early, and then all you see is numbers spiking up. You know, coronavirus spiking up. They opened up too early. The parks right now, the parks are still open.
Yeah, I know.
I still see people out there playing basketball. I mean, people out there no shirt on. It's hot as hell in Florida. So you know that's skin to skin contact. So if you got the virus, that person you playing against right now that's sweating all over you, you taking it home with you. And God forbid you got a family where you got a grandpa in the house or you got a grandma in the house that's up in age, or you got some, family members with some, some form of sickness or something. You bring that kind of stuff home to them, it's gonna be catastrophic. Yo, what up, Slim Shady Kane?
What up with you?
Slim Shady, you missed it. Zoe was just here. He was on the screen with us. And Melissa May and Cynthia going at it. Governor of Florida opened up too early. Exactly.
Well, Georgia opened up before Florida did.
Yeah, I think both of them was like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Right now, the gyms are open. Can you imagine how many people in the gym right now sweating up a storm, breathing all in the air?
Hey, but you know what? The clubs and bars are still open in Georgia right now.
Some of them still open down here.
Oh, for real? I thought they had closed them.
Man, some of them still open down here. It depends on who. It depends on who tell and who don't tell.
Right.
It's just like Florida right now. You don't have the mask is mandatory now. But a lot of people, I see a lot of people still walk around with no mask because at the end of the day, who's gonna call the police on you? I don't think we have in Florida. I can't speak for the whole Florida, but South Florida, I don't think we have too many Beckys that call the cops. So I mean, who's gonna call the cops on you and say, "Hey, there's a guy out here. What is he doing? Oh, he ain't wearing a mask."
They were like, "Child, please."
Okay, all right. By the time you get here, he already gone.
Exactly. Cause they ain't even made it mandatory in Georgia to wear no dang on mask at all.
What are you talking about, Slim Shady? They opened up too early. Unless you're talking about Georgia. But they say Florida opened up way too early. Florida let the bars and the restaurants and everything open up where people gonna gather. And with that, if you got coronavirus and you got people around you breathing in the same air, y'all in the same facility, a lot of people don't follow that 6 feet or whatever. A lot of them don't know what 6 feet is. So
some people don't get tough. I just call like what you said. Some people just don't give a damn.
Pretty much, man.
They go right on out there and just no man, motherfucking coughing and shit, and still we just doing what the hell they want to do. They just don't care.
Said,
they know the whole country.
He said they'll open up the whole country completely. I mean, if they got treatment for this virus, I don't see why not. Go ahead, it is what it is. But to me, if they open up the whole country and you still want to, continue to follow these guidelines that we're doing now, I don't blame you. But some people can fight off this corona thing, and some people won't be able to. Some people's immune system ain't that strong.
Man, what the hell is going on in this chat?
Zoe say, did you just say the whole country need to open up completely? That's the words from Slim Shady Kane's Hurricane ZO. He said, put the link. Hold on, let me put the link in the chat. So
let him explain that.
Slim Shady Kane can come on in. Slim Shady, the link in the description. Not description. The link is in the chat. Just click it and come on in. What is going on? Wait, is Melissa and Cynthia still going at it?
I don't know. Somebody told somebody to shut the fuck up. I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. Slim Shady Kane in the building. What up, Slim? All right, so everybody want to know what you mean by go ahead and open up the country.
They need to. Listen, the whole reason for shutting everything down, if people remember back to March, the whole point in shutting everything down was to slow down the virus enough so we don't overwhelm the hospitals. We did that. They created more hospital beds. They created more ventilators. They created everything they needed to. Once you do that, you open everything back up. The shutdowns were never supposed to stop it. They're never going to.
Yo, hold on. BVD say open up and let Corona run its course and let the strong survive and the weak hit the morgue. Oh my God!
I got a question for you. How many people 20 years or younger have died from this? 20 years old or younger?
I haven't seen any case.
Yeah, I ain't seen no deaths of no young.
That's because nobody under 15 has died from it. Like 25 or 30 up to 20 years old have died. So, I mean, this whole thing of, people talk about, these players might die of coronavirus going out there to play football. No, they're not. It is what it is. Now, if you're somebody's grandpa, yes, you need to stay in the house. Don't go visit grandpa. I mean, we've done the same thing. My wife's mother's in a nursing home. We haven't been to see
her. I mean, look at technology today. You got FaceTime. You can call somebody on the phone. You can find ways to see each other without actually seeing each other.
Yeah, we got her a phone. I paid for it. We dropped it off. They had to do something with it. I don't know what all they had to do. They went through their procedure with it, and now she can talk to her mom.
Yeah, Hurricane say, don't nobody want to die at 20, 30, or 40. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, like I said, this is a virus where if you're young and you got a strong immune system, you might not care. You can survive this thing. But like for the grandparents, those are the ones that's up in age, their immune system done been through so much already. This is something that they might not survive.
You're exactly right.
So I mean, as grandkids and daughters and sons and stuff like that, you got to think about where you been before you go to grandparents' house. Or better yet, don't even go to grandparents' house. Don't even go to parents' house.
Exactly.
If they computer illiterate or they don't know how to use technology, teach them. Zoe say you sound like Donald Trump.
He still look like an ass clown, so I ain't worried about him.
Oh Lord.
He said it didn't slow down because we didn't do it right. Oh my God, this Republican bullshit.
Anyway, I don't care about them. Well, matter of fact, it did slow down. Didn't pick back up until folks started rioting. Folks went out for Memorial Day. Folks went out for 4th of July. Yeah, people get out, it's going to pick up. That was baked into the cake from the beginning.
Yeah, once they open up them bars and open up them beaches, it was a done deal.
But that was, everybody knew that from the beginning, way back in March, but they just kept changing it.
You see, like stuff like this, quarantine, it's good for people like me, because I don't like to go out anyway. I love the comfort of my house. So when this is all announced, I'm like, it's just another regular day for me. for my girl who likes to go out, it's gonna kill her. But me, I'm gonna enjoy my time at home.
I've done pretty much the same thing. My daughter likes playing in the backyard.
Yep.
Outside of that and going to work. But hell, I'm sitting in Florida right now.
Oh shit. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if you heard, but we're going to only conference games. What's your thoughts on that?
Bunch of dummies. I heard about it.
I mean, the
Well,
Big
actually,
Ten.
I didn't hear the ACC was last on my ESPN app. It come across that the Big Ten was, and the
Lord,
ACC.
I got the article. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it on the screen. I got the article where the ACC said basically they going non-conference. It's right there. ACC expect to cancel non-conference football games.
Okay.
And they going to talking about it. I mean, Michigan State's already kicked off our schedule because the Big Ten conference already said that they not doing no non-conference.
Well, it came across my ESPN app earlier today, and I read it while I was getting unloaded, that the ACC was postponing everything until at least September 1st.
Yeah, I heard that too. I think it was mostly Olympic sports like volleyball and stuff like that.
Yeah, they said all fall sports.
Yeah. And nothing starts until September 1st, and that's not even solid.
Yeah. Which our first game wasn't until at the beginning of September anyway, so.
Yeah, I think our first game was the 5th.
Yeah.
The 5th, yeah. But if they kick off, like I said, if they're not playing any conference game, our first conference game is on October 3rd.
Yep.
So we would have like a whole month, to see whether or not they want to do anything.
Now, I can tell you this, if they, like what they were talking about earlier in the week, like postponing everything until the spring, till like February or March, you won't see De'Aaron King play if that happens.
Hold on. Dennis said the people in China was falling out dead behind the virus. They showed a couple of people do. Man, I didn't see that. I don't know nothing about that. I know it started out in China, but I didn't know they were showing people actually dying from it. I think that's stuff that they normally censor.
I've seen a couple of videos.
All kinds of videos of people dying in fucked up ways on the internet.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's tough to say what we're gonna have as a football season if we have one at all. It's tough right now.
And I was sure we were gonna have a regular season even the other day until they started announcing all this all of a sudden.
Yeah, to me, I thought the season would actually start on time.
I did too, because I was on. We were talking about this the other day on one of Lou's shows, and he pulled up the article that I was telling him about from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Pretty much saying there's no reason for schools not to be open come the fall.
Let me put this in the chat real quick.
Hey.
I mean, right now it's a tough situation. Like I said, even for me, like when I was about to re-up my season tickets, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna hold out because we might not even have we might not. Hold on, let me add BVD in here. BVD is in the back room.
Oh man,
what's going on, BVD?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I'm not gonna call you I'm not gonna call you by your channel name though.
What? Yeah, just call me Keith or BVD or shithead or turd or whatever. Don't matter.
What I can't tell y'all is I'm not calling him by his name, but his name is Big Vol Daddy. So if y'all want to,
what you got against my name? What you got against my name, Pinecone? You just don't want to call me. You don't want to call me Daddy, right?
I ain't calling no man Daddy,
except for your own daddy, right?
Amen. What's going on with you, though, man?
And not much, just hanging out, listening to you guys talk this nonsense.
What you think about the only conference play?
Well, I mean, obviously it's better than nothing, but we're gonna be missing out on some huge games: Ohio State, Oregon, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Notre Dame, just to name a few.
Oh, speaking of Notre Dame, what about their situation? They don't own a conference.
Yeah, what's up? Well, I mean, I guess they'll play everybody on their schedule that's not in a conference, right? Which would be nobody.
They might want to get with BYU.
Yeah, they might want to get with the Big Ten. Give up some of that money of theirs.
What they need to just go ahead and do is join the ACC. They're already a part of the ACC in basketball. They're just holding out in football.
That's crazy, man. They need to Notre Dame needs to be in the Big Ten. I know regional doesn't matter anymore. Geography doesn't play a role in it anymore. But I miss those days. Missouri in the Southeastern Conference, what sense does that make?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss the dynamic of the whole Big East. Because at least we played different teams across the nation.
Yeah, and y'all could win the conference there, too. Just saying. I mean,
don't start that. They had a whole war in the chat about that.
Yeah, I'm not here to ruffle no feathers.
Really, BVD? I mean, if we're talking about knocking it down to conference play, that eliminates basically 4 games Tennessee even had a chance of winning this year.
Well, three, really. I mean, if you want to just get smart-ass technical about it, I mean, because nobody's given us a chance against Oklahoma.
I give you half a chance, but they got half a team.
I think we're winning. I think we'd win that game if we play it, but that's just me. But we're not beating Georgia. We're not beating Alabama. A lot of people with any common sense at all say we're not going to beat Tennessee or Florida. So I don't know. Might be it.
Anything could happen these days.
Yeah,
anything could happen.
I'll even take up for you there, BVD, because I know you watched the game, and I did too. And Tennessee should have won that game last year. I mean, if Jarrett Garantano could have done anything, I mean, Tennessee's defense had 4 interceptions against old trash can.
Yeah. We have mastered the art of finding ways to lose to Florida. I don't know how long you've been watching me, Slim Shady, but a few years ago, it might have been 2016.
I think that's the secret, Chris.
I was sitting here and I actually called exactly what was going to happen at the end of the Florida game, and that's exactly what happened. We've beaten their ass all day long and still found a way to lose it. I think it was the Tyree game where they caught that. It wasn't a Hail Mary because their DB just shit the bed and laid down. But it was that. I mean,
Florida wasn't as tough as they make it out to seem because, I mean, even a 6-7 Miami team hung with them the whole way.
Yep.
Well, I've made the case on Lou's show and Pigskin Pete's show that I think Florida's the most overrated team in the country.
I agree.
Yep. I mean, if we do have a 2020 season, they was looking pretty promising.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we having a season or not? I don't mean this conference only shit. Are we gonna start the season or not?
Well, right now, I couldn't tell you because I mean, before this whole conference thing, I was gonna say we was gonna have a whole season, and then boom, today we're not. So right now, I don't know where it is. It's all up in the air. Maybe next month they'll tell us, oh, the season has been postponed. We're not having it. Stuff like that. So right now, I'm just taking it day by day. week by week.
Oh, so you're basically holding out to that last little glimpse of hope.
Yeah, that's why even with my season tickets, I'm like, I was gonna go ahead and buy them, but then every time I decide that I'm gonna do that, something else come up. So as of this moment, the only ticket I've bought is for the Florida State game, and even with buying that ticket, I put an insurance on it where if it doesn't happen, my money is 100% refundable.
So has the ACC come out and said conference games only? Is that official?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, even Michigan State, we're supposed to play Michigan State. With the Big Ten coming out and saying that there's no conference game, Michigan State just left our schedule.
Yeah. What's up with you up there, CJ? You've been saving any lines lately, or?
Let me take that logo. Let me take my logo off so y'all can see CJ a little bit better. There you go.
What you say there?
I said you've been saving any lives lately?
Oh man.
No, I ain't been saving no lives. I wish I could save Georgia live.
I don't know about that.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
I like that. Is that a StreamYard thing or?
Nah, you got to put it on there yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I even got one especially for you, BVD.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. That's me right there. In case you guys don't know.
I mean, it's orange. Yeah, I found a couple of these online. I've been doing a couple of research on StreamYard, how to do certain things, like little stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
I got one for the Gator fans too.
No, I like that one.
Yeah, man. Even Florida State.
Hey, I was watching my buddy Carter and his show he does on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and one of their segments today was top 5 traditions not your school, which that eliminates Miami anyway. They ain't got no traditions, but what are some of the favorite traditions you guys like that other schools do?
I really don't pay attention to much other schools. If we don't play them, I don't pay attention.
So you don't pay attention to Ohio State dotting the I.
Nah. The only one I can tell you that I actually see is the whole Florida State with the Indian going out, standing up in the middle of the field, throwing down the little thing. Other than that, I don't really watch the rest of them.
That's badass, isn't it?
Actually, let me take that back, because then I'll see Oklahoma bring the whole wagon out on the field and stuff like that. So I do see them a lot, but most of the time I don't pay attention to it. That if you were to ask me like you just did, I couldn't pick them out of my brain.
All right, so how about CJ and Slim, since you guys apparently aren't dead during every other college game like T2 here?
I would have to say Georgia Tech with the Rambling Wreck.
Oh, that car?
Yeah.
That is a car.
Yeah. In Florida State, I got to say Florida State, and we played them all the time.
That chop, I can't stand that shit, but that's cool when they do that.
It's aggravating.
Comes out and plants the store in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say USC, yeah. And that's about it.
And you might need to come out and plant that thing in Willie Taggart's ass. Something to get them fired up in there.
Oh man.
I don't know. I know you guys are enjoying seeing Florida State suck. I'm kind of enjoying it myself too.
I enjoy watching them suck after we beat them. Before we beat them, it just makes our game. It just makes our game with them meaningless.
I'm not even gonna lie. I root for Florida State to go 11 every year.
Yeah, I want to see them do good because it don't make no sense for us to beat them when they down.
Yeah, but it still feels good, don't it?
We gain nothing from it.
I see Zoe in the comments there. running his little pecker puffer. Tennessee hasn't been good since 1998. We know, Zoe. Damn it, we know we suck. Don't need a reminder. But while you're still here, Zoe, I know you're a very important man and you got a lot of things to do, like whooping your 28-year-old son's ass for going outside without a mask. But what happened the last time Tennessee and Miami played? Yeah.
When was that?
2003.
It's in the Orange Bowl, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I missed that place. You
What
guys
was the score of that game, BVD?
Oh, it was awful. It was like 10-6 or something like that.
9-6. Get it
9-6.
correct. Neither team scored a
Are
touchdown.
you sure about that?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I mean, hell, I don't care if I'm wrong. I just got the correct outcome. That's all that matters.
Now, what happened? What happened in Tennessee's 2002 homecoming game?
Oh, y'all beat the shit out of us.
He hit him for about 120 yards.
Yep. Yeah, I know you're trying, Slim Shady. I know. Go ahead. Go ahead and remind me some other game because you know what's coming last.
I got a good game to remind you of. How about the greatest quarterback ever in Tennessee history gives Tennessee their only loss ever to the University of Memphis?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was bad. That really bolstered Miami's rankings, didn't it?
Here, I don't think it mattered too much.
No, I mean, clearly you guys over the last, 30 years, 30, 40 years have been
Okay, so
more relevant.
Miami and Tennessee only played each other 3 times in history.
Yep.
Miami won 1 and Tennessee won 2.
Tennessee won the 85 Sugar Bowl, I think it was. That was 35-7.
That was the ass raping right there.
35-7, 1986. And 2002, Miami beat them 26-3.
85, that was the year Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer were not going at it, but they were the top 2 teams. And, before the bowl game, Jimmy Johnson was talking about, after we beat Tennessee, I think we need to be number 1. That was the big argument leading up to that bowl game, who was going to be number 1 when Miami beat Tennessee and when Oklahoma won their game, I guess.
That's because Miami gave Oklahoma only 3 losses over that 3-year period.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would have, had Miami beaten Tennessee that year, I would have thought they should have been number 1. But as history writes it, Slim Shady, it didn't turn out that way.
Can't win them all.
Yep.
So, who you think the most hated team in America is, BVD?
Currently or all time?
All time.
Notre Dame's got to be up there.
According Notre Dame is number 6 on that list.
Wow. Okay. Have you guys already gone over this?
Yeah, but we could run. It's brief. We can talk about it.
Is Miami really going to be the most hated team?
Yes.
Really? It's got to be because of those 80s teams.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. The bad boys.
Yep. Number 1 in the country. A couple of your rivalries made it on there too.
Alabama, Florida.
Alabama was number 10 on the list.
Damn.
Yeah, apparently people don't hate them as much.
I guarantee you, nation don't hate them as much as I do.
Florida made the list at number 5. Auburn made it at number 4.
Auburn?
Yeah.
That's what I think. Auburn?
Florida State at number 3.
Who in the hell outside of the state of Alabama hates Auburn? Georgia.
No,
okay, I get it.
Yeah, and then number 2 on the list was USC.
That makes sense.
Yeah, a long
But
time
USC
ago.
really only ever had 2 runs. They had that short run in the 70s and then the Pete Carroll years.
Yep.
Is it just the top 10?
They did a top 11. I'll just run through them. 11 was Michigan. 10, Alabama. Number 9 is UCF. which is
What?
crazy. Yeah, because of their whole 2017 self-proclaimed
Who in
champion.
the hell made this list? Some 17-year-old?
That's what I said.
They got number 8. Number 8 on there is Oklahoma. Number 7, Ohio State. 6, Notre Dame. 5, Florida. 4, Auburn. 3, Florida State. Number 2, USC. And number 1, Miami.
I'm surprised Nebraska didn't make that list.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
They're like us. They haven't been relevant in a long time, and they're a long way from it. It looks like.
But Nebraska went on that almost a 40-year tear where they stayed on top.
How many national championships does Miami have?
5.
We got 6, though. Good try, though.
But if you ask anybody other than Florida and Tennessee and all that, they'll say that we're pretty irrelevant, right?
BVD, how many of them did you split with Alabama?
Well, I was going to say we got some of them Alabama. We got a couple of them Alabama natties in there.
Yeah.
Where like somebody's dog claimed us as the national champion that year. But now, you know, on our stadium Ring of Honor, it says 6, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean,
Tennessee can say this much.
I'm
They
gonna
won it
see.
in 51 when it was the first year that it was actually called the national championship, and they won the first BCS championship.
Yeah. I know this. We are the champions of. We're the national champions of teams getting screwed out of the Heisman. We definitely own that honor.
I'm trying to see which years they gave y'all those championships.
A lot of publications or whatever say 51 and 98, but then there's two, and I should know the years. Shame on me for not knowing all the years, but 38 and 39, I think, or 39 for sure. That was the year they.
30s and maybe one in the 40s.
Yeah, they got a couple of those natties where they named the teams the national champions before the bowl game.
Yeah.
And a couple of those, the ones that people don't recognize for Tennessee, we lost. I think we lost to Oklahoma. And one of them, maybe USC and the other. You know, 38 and 39. In 38, Duke went unbeaten, untied, and unscored on. And in 39, Tennessee went unbeaten, untied, and unscored on. And both of them years, both of those teams lost to Southern Cal in the Rose Bowl. That's one reason I can't stand Southern Cal.
Hold on.
Not had any luck.
Let me put the link in the chat for Zoe. Zoe, the link in the chat, all you gotta do is click it. Anyway, the list right here is basically all the teams that's won championships. So of course, at the top of the list, you got Bama with 17. Then you got Michigan right behind them with 11. Notre Dame with 11. USC with 11. Pittsburgh actually got 9. Ohio State got 8. Missouri 7. Oklahoma 7. Michigan State 7. Tennessee 6.
What are these?
These are the teams that how many championships they have.
Missouri?
Not Missouri. Minnesota. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
Minnesota's got 7.
Yeah.
God damn, that must have been back before the earth thawed out.
Yeah, you got plenty of teams with the same amount of championships. Like Alabama is outright number 1 with 17, but at number 2 you could put Michigan, Notre Dame, or USC because they all got 11.
Right.
But 5 of those Alabama guys, they had multiple losses in those. So.
Well, look, LSU a few years ago won it.
Then you got Miami.
Oh, you're talking about that Les
Yeah,
Miles
everybody else.
BVD?
Yeah. Man, I
don't
saw.
think nobody wanted to win it that year. At one point, Kansas was the number 1 team in the country that year.
Yeah, Kansas State, I think.
No, it was Kansas.
Oh, was it actually Kansas?
Yeah.
I saw Urban Meyer's top 5 coaches. Les Miles was on that list. It was Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, of course. Fuck, I wish I could remember it. He had 2 different top 5s, but his current top 5 was Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, Jimbo Fisher. Yeah, he's doing real great out there at A&M. Kirby Smart was on one of the top 5s, and Ed Orgeron was on it. And Les Miles. I know that's like 6, but like I said, he had 2 different. Let me see if I can find it.
I wouldn't put Ed Orgeron on that list. Yeah, that'd be like trying to put Larry Coker on that list just because he got a national championship.
Yeah, the reason he put him on there, of course, was because of last year. Greatest season in the history of football, they said. Yeah, it's already disappeared. Off of my list
Yeah,
right
posted
here.
that, deleted it already.
Hey, Zoe said, does Tennessee have a tradition? I think when you have a tradition, you have to win something.
Yeah, we got a tradition, Zoe. We got a tradition of filling up our stadium.
Oh.
Of course, lately that's not been the case. I know Zoe's just trolling. He's just being a
That
good
kind of hurt a little bit.
They say, T2, they say that the truth hurts, and that's true. That's why I just went ahead and accepted the fact that my team sucks right now. But we're getting there. We're like you guys. We're climbing that mountain.
See, that's why I want to play teams like Florida. Because when we make our non-conference games, scheduling a UAB or Wagner or even Temple, a lot of fans do not want to go watch them play. They don't have the excitement. They don't have that, oh, this is going to be a great game. In our minds, we're going to blow them out. It's going to be 30-0 at halftime. It ain't going to be no competition.
What do you I got to get out of here pretty soon. I'm going to do a stream myself here in a little while just because I ain't got shit to do tonight. What do you 3 guys see? Well, fuck, we're not playing, excuse my language there, T2. We're not playing a full season. So if we had played a full season, 12 games, what did you guys have us going? What did you guys have you going? My bad.
I mean, as long as we don't kick ourselves in the foot, we could go 12-0. Long as we don't have injuries and players actually play up to their potential, we could go 12-0. Now, if we have some hiccups along the way, stuff ain't panning out, I say 10 wins.
10-2. I think that's a whole lot more realistic than 12-0.
Yeah.
CJ?
Realistically, at the last season, I gotta wait and see how many gonna do with development and
Man,
all that.
come on. It's called a prediction.
I don't know. I want to go 10. I want to go 10-2, but realistically, I don't know yet. I just gotta wait and see.
I hear you.
What you got, Slim?
If they lose to Florida State, 7-5. If they beat Florida State, 8-4.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait. Time out. Who's the 4 losses?
Virginia Tech, Duke, North Carolina, maybe Georgia Tech again.
Nah, I don't see Georgia Tech or Duke.
Y'all play Wake Forest.
Maybe Virginia Tech. Maybe Virginia Tech, Florida State, and I really don't see nobody else. Oh, North Carolina.
Y'all play Virginia, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
but
play
Virginia lost Brian Berkeley.
I know. You guys are like us, man. You're not in a position, I don't think, where you can just, I don't think you can count anything as an automatic win. As far as conference goes. Zoe's in here. Let me have it. I got about 5 minutes, Zoe. Go ahead and let me have it.
There it is.
Then made him throw his damn hat. Going to get shit now.
I'm thinking 12-0. If we make our hiccups, 10-2. 10-2 the worst. North Carolina and Florida State being those 2 teams that possibly challenge us.
I don't. Where is the Florida State?
What you say?
Nice jewelry there. That's nice.
What you say? What you say?
I said, hey, what's up, son? How you doing, man?
What you mean 6?
I'm giving you the wave.
Who got 6? Tennessee got 6?
Hey, you just read the list.
Tennessee got 6?
That's right.
Tennessee got 6.
What they got? What they got in 19? What they got them in 1901, 1902, 1903, 1904, 1905, and 1999?
6.
Where they got them in 1901, 1902, 1903, 1904, 1905, and 1999?
Those are the ones.
Like, serious. Like, this.
They all count, so.
No, I don't mean no disrespect. Black people weren't even playing football back then. Like, serious.
I get it.
I mean, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. They're serious. They're serious. Like I don't have no hate for Tennessee. But come on, man. All
right, so Tennessee won in 1938, 1940, 1950, 1951, 1967, and 1998.
So that's 2 in my lifetime then.
It's just 1 in my lifetime.
Well,
I seen all 5 of Miami's. I seen all, and I was in Pasadena.
A bit of growing up to do so.
I mean, it's no disrespect to Tennessee, but I think the only thing that get me with SEC is, and I pulled up that weak ass conference when it's the SEC East. That conference is so weak. It's so weak that Missouri won 2 years in a row when they first got there.
They did.
So I mean, look.
So
the only team that got a national, I give it to Tennessee. Tennessee and Florida are the only 2 teams that got national championships out of that conference in 40 years.
Out of the East, right? Out of the SEC East.
Yep.
What about the ACC Coastal?
Actually, Georgia Tech got one more recent than Georgia.
Yeah. Hey, what was
I'm just saying they got one more recent than Georgia.
They do. And then you guys, right?
Yeah. And we hadn't won while we was in there. But let's speak on why we haven't. See, people do not understand. No one wants to give Miami. No one wants to say. Everybody wants to exclude that Nevin Shapiro. Everybody wants to exclude that like it didn't happen. It was worldwide news, and everybody wants to exclude it like it didn't happen. Even Nick Saban said he was able to go to Miami and get talent because of that. I mean, but the one thing I can say about Miami is we have every opportunity to be great because the best players in the country come from there. So we have that opportunity. I'm not saying we're going to be great this year, but we have every opportunity to be great. Right? And when we talk about tradition, all you got to do is say the tradition is this U right here. This U is tradition. This is worldwide known. That's it. The only school to have 2 30 for 30s for 2 hours long. Period. We invented swagger. We made football great. We weren't even good, and when we played Notre Dame, that's one of the highest rated games in NCAA history.
Y'all definitely owned the 80s. There's no doubt about that.
We should have went to 3 back-to-back national championships in 1999, 2000. We should have went 99 when Florida State lost to Oklahoma. We should have been playing that game because we beat Florida State that year. We should have been playing that game, and we destroyed Florida. We still scoring on them. 2000 and 2001, we should have went to 3 back-to-back.
So 2000 was the year they put Florida State in against Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma. That was the year Oklahoma beat Florida State.
Yeah, that was 2000.
2000, my bad, 2000.
We should have won it in 02.
Yeah, my bad, 2000. My bad. So we should have went 3 years in a row.
Shouldas don't count those, though, because if they did, we'd have 3 or 4 of them in there, too.
No, I'm just saying, there is no reason why Florida State should have went to that national championship game when we beat them head up and we had the same record.
I'm looking up something here before I get out of here. Did you ever
CJ, why you sitting back there eating chips? What are you doing, good, man.
CJ just eating it up back there.
Now,
They don't
I'll
say
give
a
you
lot,
that
do they?
Evan Shapiro stuff, but that doesn't excuse 2006 to 2011.
Oh, you
Come out
100% right. You 100% right. You are 100% right, my brother. I'm not going to disagree with you, and it doesn't excuse what happened last year. So you right, but there is no school that is consistently dominant. Every school go through ups and downs. Like I say, Georgia. How is Georgia considered a great powerhouse when they haven't won in 40 years?
I can do you one better than that, Zoe. But they have won a natty. Ohio State, that team, man, they're great. I can't remember a down period for them.
We beat they except for when we beat them and they cheated us.
Yeah, that was.
They were down.
I'm in there.
Before Jim Tressel got to Ohio State, Jim Tressel turned them back around.
But Ohio State, yeah.
Let me in the room.
But what I mean by great, like teams are not going to consistently compete for national championships.
Well, no, you see it with everybody. I mean, Alabama had a 20-year drought. They didn't do anything. Nebraska went on. We were just talking about it earlier. Nebraska went on their 40-year run, and since the mid,
we ran the option out of football. We ran the option out of football,
except for Georgia Tech. They were stubborn. They kept it.
Yeah, they're done with it now, though, aren't they?
Finally.
I'm gonna get off real quick, like, because I need to go to bed. I gotta be to work at 5 o'clock. I don't know what my dumb ass still doing up, but I'm listening. Y'all killing me. This is so funny. I love this. But no, this what I'm gonna say. If we want to talk about tradition, for real, when you talk about college football, when you look at the first team that moved linebackers to defensive linemen, when you talk about moving safeties to linebackers, cornerbacks to safeties, and then put anybody else. We positionless football is what we played, and we dominated by playing positionless football. We put whoever on the field, and now everybody's doing what we did in the 80s.
Yep.
We did.
Everybody but y'all.
And it's a reason why you got to go to Miami. And how many years in a row Miami's had Super Bowl winners? In Super Bowl, how many years in a row Miami's had players in the Super Bowl? How many years in a row?
For years,
only schools?
Yeah, for years, Miami and Tennessee led the country in teams in the players in the NFL. Not so much lately for us, but
Miami's number 4 on that list. Only one player behind number 3, Florida.
Hey, I got to get out of here, man. You guys have a great
you guys be good, man. Hey, I'm glad to be in the first time being able to talk to you live. I've been able to talk to you in the chat a little bit.
Yep.
But
good talking to you.
Slim. Hey, CJ.
Yo.
Save me some damn chips.
I got you, big dog.
All right. Love you guys, man. You guys be safe, man.
All right, too.
Ladies up. Slim, 10-6. Look it up, brother.
10-6.
Yep. 2003.
Oh, okay. 6.
No, it was 10-6, but it didn't matter. It don't matter. That was an ugly ass game from jump to the end. But y'all have a good one.
All right, too, man.
All right, BVD, be easy, man.
See you, man.
I'll join y'all in the morning.
That's been a crazy ass night, man. Goddamn.
Yeah, tonight's been a little crazy. I like it though.
Hey, Kane Gang said he got a girl number. Just let y'all know that.
And crazy, I'm in North Florida. There's some creepy looking folks walking around here. I ain't playing. I'm at a truck stop right outside of Panama City. There's some creepy looking folks walking around here. I'm just saying.
That's mine.
Hey, Melissa, what you got against Waffle House?
Oh God, what you got against the Waffle House?
You gotta be careful with that Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
Get it smothered and covered around 3 in the morning. It's gonna come out scattered and splattered.
Oh man, I'm about to get off, man. I gotta go get this done right quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up.
I appreciate y'all having me on.
CJ Jordan.
All right, Slim Shady, take it easy anytime, man. Just join us on the stream anytime.
I catch y'all when I can, boss.
All right, be easy, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, it's been an event. It's been an eventful night.
Oh, all the folks that gonna join on the live way is crazy. This is what I'm talking about. Get better and better every time.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to CJ's channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. If you look at the stroll on the stream, his channel name is right there. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hopefully we'll have some more nights like this. You know, a lot of people come join us. I mean, I'm gonna start reaching out to some other sports, some other team fans. Maybe they want to come in here and chop it up. Maybe talk a little trash or whatever. You know. It'll be nice for college football and the culture, man.
Hey, this is the rawest I ever seen it. I just want to say that right now, the rawest.
Yeah.
The rawest.
Yeah, it's definitely been getting better, man. Zoe say I'll be on tomorrow, probably either Saturday for everybody. Y'all come in. Yeah, definitely. I'll be there. I'll be there, Zoe.
I should be there too. But
actually, what time is you doing it, Zoe? Because I do have that show at Turntalle tomorrow.
Oh yeah. He said, I can do tomorrow.
But if he's doing it Saturday, I'll definitely be on. But tomorrow night I'll be on Turntalle channel. It's his show. It's his show tomorrow, so I'll be on his channel. But if it's Saturday, I'll definitely be there. Stop doing that.
Friday I can do it. Saturday I don't know. But I try to every time. But remember I told you about when I try to message on his or leave a comment on his live, it didn't never let me leave no comments. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, Zoe, you probably got to figure out what's going on with your live because, like Melissa say she can't comment and CJ just say he can't comment. So you might want to check your settings or find out what's going on why they can't comment. But if he do the show on Saturday, I'll definitely be watching. I'll definitely be there. But I know on Friday night, tomorrow night, I got to do the show with Parental.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is Cjcanes87.
If y'all look at the word strolling on the stream, his channel is right there. Just go ahead, make sure y'all subscribe. Slim Shady Kane with the $3.305 said Dan Mellon wipes before he poops. Hey, speaking of Dan Mullen, I was on 247 Sports, and then they was talking about how Florida was talking about they need to get Dan Mullen out of there because he can't recruit. But if you look at Dan Mullen at Florida, his first season he went 10-3, and this season just passed he went 11-2. So these guys, I'm like, is it that tough being able to recruit at Florida that you want a coach that can go improve each year to get out of there? Them Florida fans are ridiculous, man. Anyways, guys, we're going to wrap this up, man. It's been a good night. Thanks, everybody, for coming through. We'll do this again next Thursday. Y'all want to join us on the stream like you see in Slim Shady Kane, BVD, Zoe, you know, me and CJ. Y'all want to join us on the stream and chop it up with us? You know, come on in.
Hey, and orange and green blood. I got you. I'm gonna take care of it now.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Thank y'all.